a translucent sort of finish to it when it's baked. Very, very pretty. You can mix these colours together as well, so you can create your own colours, or you could marble the effects, which looks really, really nice. Now this one is olive. That's a lovely green. I love our olive green. We've got another green as well here, a little bit darker this one. So we've got our, oh, what does that say? Appleite green. Do you know, I'm wondering that should, no, it's not apple, is it? Appleite, that's the name of it. Never heard of that. I thought it was going to be a forest green or something like that. Then we've got our lilac translucent. So another translucent for you. Beautiful colours. They've got a really nice finish to these as well. And then the pink here, we've got the translucent pink. So it's just a paler pink. This one's the red at the top. Although it looks pink, it's classed as red. And then we've got our translucent aqua. Oh, I like that one. The pink and the aqua together is beautiful. Oh, I wouldn't mind playing with these. Then we've got our translucent pink again. Oh, we've got two of the same. They are the same, aren't they? Don't know if they're meant to be the same or they should be individual colours. This is an assortment. Then we've got the light blue translucent. And finally, we've got our yellow translucent. So they are more or less all translucent clays, but that doesn't matter because they just blend together beautifully. So all you need to do, because it's a polymer clay, take it out of the pack. It needs what we call conditioning, and that just means to warm it up, to soften it a little bit. So just roll it in your hands, warm it up, and make it more pliable to work with. It's not an air drying clay, so don't think that, you know, you've got to seal it up really tight in tins and things like that. Just keep it in a bag to keep it clean, keep the dust from it, and condition it and then work with it. It's fabulous. Absolutely, I love polymer clay. Absolutely love it. And look at the saving on this as well. £11.69 is a saving. Do you know, it's a little bit less than half price, isn't it? You're saving a little bit more than you're paying here. £11.49 is the price you're going to pay during this hour. Don't forget the prices will change at 8 o'clock. Item number 290737, and you've got 9 pieces there. That's another great buy, because I know those will retail somewhere between £3 and £4 a block normally. Yes, I'm not quite sure the price now because I've lost track of the Pardo range, but I know it's above £3 a block, the real price. So there you go, a fantastic bargain. Now moving on, something very different. We've got some organza ribbon, another love of mine. When I had my shop, I had ribbon everywhere. Beautiful ribbons. I had a shop. Oh, I've still got a shop really. It's just that I'm never there. We've closed it at the minute, but I've still got it. Got to sort that out actually this year. Don't know what's going to happen with it. Still want to do workshops, but I just don't seem to have any free time at the minute. Never mind. Now we've got the organza here. So the satin edged organza. I love organza because it's really sheer. It's beautiful. You've got the added bonus here of having that lovely edge on it, the satin edge, which looks really, really pretty. You can overlay ribbons together as well. If you've got a narrow one to put down the centre, you can overlay. They tie beautifully. Because it's an organza, it doesn't tend to slip. I'm just going to do a very simple bow, just so you can see what it looks like. This is a lovely colour, this one. I really like this colour. Got this colour in my bedroom actually. Isn't that lovely? It's kind of a heather, sort of lilac-y, heathery colour. Beautiful. 7 reels in total, 25 metres on each reel. It's gorgeous. You could use that for all sorts of purposes. Your soft crafting, your accessories for your hair, making headbands, you know, with little bows and things on. Your bags, you know, yes, wedding stationery as well as your favour bags and that sort of thing. Your cards, obviously. Beautiful, beautiful ribbon. I love it. Now then, very busy on this one. Over a quarter of the stock has gone. The usual price is £28.92. You're saving £14. Almost half price. £14.92. It's all you're going to pay up until 8 o'clock today. This morning, before we go to the next live show, that's when the price changes. So there you are, lovely. Busy on these all of these so far. Do you know what? If I wasn't doing this, I'd already have the deal of the day, the theatre, the Pardo, and the ribbons in my basket for sure, definitely. I'm loving this. Now then, don't forget the deal of the day. I've just mentioned it there. I'm going to give you a reminder because this is going so quickly. Thank you, Jack. That's our floor manager this morning. Wow. We've only just launched this. We knew it was going to be busy. We knew. Isn't this the most beautiful scrapbook? Oh, already a third of the stock has gone, and we had a very large stock. We knew it was going to be busy. As soon as you see the name Anna Griffin, you know you've got quality. This lady has been around for some time in the nicest possible way. And she's just a brilliant crafter. She brings the most beautiful quality items, and this is no exception. So you're going to get in there those 12 by 12 sleeves. Now each sleeve is made up of multiples of little pockets, and each one is there, enables you to place something in those pockets. Well, you don't have to really think about that too much because you get in those as well. You get in the inserts. These are double-sided. Some of them have got lines on so you can do your journaling, write your little notes. Some have got beautiful sentiments on or words. You've just got those with the florals on as well, or decorative backgrounds. But you can apply photographs or something over the top of these. Tuck little keepsakes into the pockets. These are just fabulous. I knew they were going to fly. I'm really pleased to say I have actually got one of these, so I don't need another one in my basket because I've already got one. £11.99 is all you're going to pay for deal of the day up until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning if stocks last. That is a saving of 70%. 70% for Anna Griffin. That is huge. 890-699. You are absolutely loving these. I wouldn't be surprised if you may be multi-buying on these because you can gift them. Think ahead to Christmas. Think ahead to even Mother's Day next year. Think ahead if you've got a wedding. So don't think about just a gift for yourself, although you do really need one of these. Think about gifting them to your friends and family as well. Wow, this is really flying. This is why we stood here reminding you about it, because it is flying out. 40% of a massive stock has already gone. This is probably at least for me, the fastest selling one deal of the day that I've seen so far. So you're loving it. Don't miss out on it. You will be disappointed if you don't. But we're going to move down. We'll keep reminding you and updating you on that one as well. But we're going to move down to some fabrics. Perfect occasions. Now we see lots of perfect occasions on here. We had some really fun ones yesterday. This is a little bit different. Now I like this. We've got 100% cotton. We've got the Leafy Scene collection here. 110 centimetres by 112 centimetres. So if I just open a piece out, there we go. Well, at 110 centimetres, you could really call it a metre. It's a little bit more actually, because 100 centimetres is a metre, so you've got a little bit more. Beautiful width. It's the standard width, I believe, for quilting, 112. Lovely design. So you've got the same design running throughout all three pieces, but different colourways. Very, very vivid, isn't it, in colour? This beautiful. Quite autumnal if you want to look at it that way as well. I love this one. That is gorgeous. Isn't that stunning? Lovely colours. So the same design, you can see the leaf running through. You've kind of got that smudgy background, which I really like. It's very soft, kind of a diffused background. And then you've got your pink in there as well. These are gorgeous. I really like them. Now use them together, use them separately, maybe put them with a plain fabric if you want to make a bag or something like that. They're not super lightweight, so you know, they've got a lot of substance about them. And look at the saving once again. We're giving you incredible savings again this morning. £17.98 is the saving. You're going to pay just $14.99 until 8 o'clock this morning. 958-395. Oh, you are being spoilt this morning. Now we've got some beautiful dies next. Spellbinders. Just look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? That is stunning. Look at the inspiration on the front there. This is beautiful. Let's have a closer look. There are 4 dies in this one. Oh, do you know, there's lots of ways you could use that, isn't there? What a decorative card that makes. You could cut into that. You could take pieces out of it. Maybe just use these corner pieces here in the corners of your cards. You've got the separate elements to this die. So you've got the outer, that's one. Then you've got the smaller square there with the decorative edge, that's 2. And then you've got the 2 centerpieces there. So that's 4 separate dies just in that one set. But we do have another die for you as well, which is this one. And we've got 4 dies in this one as well. So 8 dies in total. Very decorative. Again, look at the inspiration on the front, because it's a really good clue as to what you could be achieving here. I'm sure you're going to think of all sorts of different projects, but that is stunning. I really like these. You've got the Renaissance there, and you've got the Imperial Square as well. Just look how decorative it is. Let's just show you. I've only got the one sample of one of them, but there's the Renaissance there. Beautiful design. It's really pretty. Of course, you can stencil through these as well, use your inks with them. Does look very nice. if you've got one, use an embossing mat as well, because if you've got an embossing mat, it's going to really bring that detail out. £15.36, and you're saving £27.24. £27.24, that's the saving. 913258. Wow, you're loving this one as well. Nearly 40% has gone. Do not miss out on these this morning. There's nothing I've seen so far that I would not be wanting to grab at least one of, if not two, of everything. Now then, you've making your cards, you've got beautiful dies there. Have you stocked up on your tape? What about your red liner tape? Well, we've got a lovely bundle for you here. Oh, I don't think the price is right there. I think we need to check this one. But I'll talk about the tape in the first place, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 reels here. Different widths as well. Now, we've lost the graphics for a minute, but I think it looks like that's probably, it's more than 6 mil that. That's probably 9 millimetres, I would have thought. We will check. We've got 3 different widths. Yes, 3 of the 9, it is 9 millimetre. 3 of the 12, and we've got 3 of the 25 as well. There you go, so 3 of each. This is great value. Right, you've got, how much on the 9 mil was that, Meg? 5 metres on the 9 mil, so you've got 3 of those, that's 15 metres. 5 metres on the 25 mil, that's the large one there. So, oh, and 2 metres on this one, on the 12 mil. Now, you've got 3 of each, as I say. Now, there's different uses for it. Of course, the red line tape, it's good for construction, you know, for your gift boxes, that sort of thing, if you want a little bit more of a tack. Also, it's great for putting borders on your cards or designing sort of detailed areas where you can apply glitter or gilding flakes as well. So use them for decorative reasons as well as for just sticking. Fabulous bundle, this one, so do stock up while you've got the opportunity. We're just checking on the price of this because the details were wrong, but remember, whatever you're getting, you know it's going to be a bargain. And there are 3 of the 9, 3 of the 12 and 3 of the 25 millimetres. If anybody's got any other ideas for using red liner tape other than sticking or putting glitter or gilding flakes on it, let me know. Let me know. I've used them for, well, I suppose it was still sticking. I love to decorate my jars and tins, so I've used them to put round my tins and then cover in fabric or paper. That's a good idea. But I'm sure there's other things you can use them for as well. Now that's better, isn't it? There's the price. You're saving £20. The usual price is £31.99. You can get all of these, all 9 reels, for £11.99. Wow. That is great value. 501918. I can tell you, and I don't mind admitting it because this is the price I had to charge, but it depended on the width. But my rolls of tape started at £1.99, but I would tell you that a 9 mil would cost a good £2.99 a roll if you went to a craft shop to buy it. So think of how many rolls you've got in. You've got the really thick ones as well. So that is a genuine starting price at £31.99. Just £11.99 for all 9. You've got metres and metres of that as well. Now we've got more to show you. Something a little bit different coming up now. Now I've not seen these before. Nellie Snellen. Now you may have heard of her. I think our John next door has brought Nellie items to Hochanda before. We've had one day specials, I believe, but I've never seen these before. Now you've got the Nellie Snellen stencil and booklet set, assorted designs and sizes. Now there's 17 pieces in total. The usual price is £34.99. You're saving £23, just £11.99. Now I'm thinking maybe this is a good place to start for children if they're crafting. I had a look at these before we went live because I thought, oh, are they dies? What are they? They are stencils, but you can cut through them, you can draw through them, cut through them and create wonderful designs. So this is just one of the books, so you can build up these various different elements. We've got instructions there as well. You've got an awful lot in here as well. 17 pieces in total. That's what you're going to get. This is one of the books, so you can see the kind of idea of how to build up. The Scrap Magic, that one's called. And then this one here as well. If I just pick up one of these, if I show you this, I thought that was a die at first, but it is a stencil, so you can trace through it. You can use your pricking tools through it as well. You can embroider into it. So think of add some sparkle with the embroidery and the beautiful threads. What you can achieve are designs like this down the side of your card by using the stencil pricking the holes through and then stitching. You can fold the paper as well, just using little cuts with a craft knife along the lines where you've marked. You can then do the special folds to create a really unusual look. Add your stitching as well, so it gives you that decorative element there. Really pretty, very unusual those actually. Now there you go, £11.99, £23 saving, 828251, and you have got 17 pieces, so that's 15 stencils in total, and the 2 books. So there's a lot there, an awful lot there. Let's, I'll just lift up one of these stencils for you so you can see the different designs, but same sort of idea. You can see how you can stencil through, mark through. You've got hearts and circles, you've got, oh, in the back here we've got the castles and crosses, we've got vehicles, houses, there's trains in there, there's baubles in there, geometric shapes, more with the stitching on here as well. Oh, that's a fancy one, look at that one. Oh, now that's my favourite. Oh, look at that. Lots of pricking holes in that one. That means you can add more thread in that one, I think. So, but do you know what? With the others, you could prick holes in the other ones as well and just make your own designs up. Some of them have got holes in, some haven't. You can decide to do what you want with them. Great price there, and an item that I've never seen before, just £11.99, 828251. Now then, I've got a little bit of an update. You are loving these. We're now limited stock on the Spellbinders dies. Look at the saving, £27.24. It's the saving. You're going to pay just £15.36. There's 8 dies in total. Oh, I'm going to stop because it's just been sold out. Well done. They're fabulous. I really like those. Lovely. Well done, who got them. Now, we have still got more to show you as well. Studio 490. Now, rubber stamps. These are always fabulous. Now, Leonie, I know she uses these in workshops. She sells them as well. You always get the carrier sheet, which is really, really useful because your stamps will just cling to them. Just going to turn that round. And this you can store in a file, in a folder, to keep everything nice and neat. Red rubber, deeply etched, already cushioned as well. There, how deep these are. Fabulous designs, very well-known artist, Wendy Vecchi, a well-known designer, lovely, lovely brand, and as I say, Leonie does use these in workshops. She loves Studio 490, extremely good quality. £9.99, you're saving £13.67, so another massive saving for you. 407969 is the item number. Now, something I have seen before, and I keep saying I'm going to get one of these, but every time I see it, it's on Good Morning Hochanda or Good Evening Hochanda, and then by the time I come off air, the price has gone up. So take advantage of this £11.99. £11.99, that's a saving of £13. It is a sewing machine carrying storage bag, but do you know what? It doesn't have to be that, does it? It could be whatever you want it to be. It could be an overnight bag. It could be for your electrical die cutting machines. It could be for all your craft storage. Maybe if you go to workshops and you take your scoring boards and your manual die cutting machines as well. You've got a really good size bag here. Now, what you've got here as well is a very strong reinforced bottom. Now, that's not flimsy. That's not a piece of card. That feels like wood in there. I can't even bend it. You can hear me knocking on it. You've also got the feet on there as well, so when you sit it on the floor, you're not going to get scuffing at the corners of your bag easily. That's going to protect the bottom of the bag because you've got those little feet there, 4 of them. I love the colour, the fact that it's black with the fuchsia lining and the trim on it. That means that on the outer case, it's not going to show the dirt. It's not, you know, you can scuff it. It's not going to really look dirty quickly, is it? But on the inside, you've got that beautiful bright colour, and that follows through on the zip as well. Because it's for a sewing machine or larger machines, you want it to open well, and this certainly does. It opens right out and then it zips round. But something else that's very important, we've got double zips as well. Just grab that and zip it up. Something else that's very important is the handles. Always think about the handles on your bags, especially if you're going to be carrying weight. Well, look, these are really reinforced for you. Good strength there. Proper reinforcing on them, front and back. And you get the little cushioned bit for the handle as well. So when you're carrying it around, you just wrap that round and it makes it a little bit more comfortable to hold in your hand. Really lovely. And with the pocket on the front as well, so you've got somewhere extra to put all your bits and pieces, maybe your patterns, or if you're putting die cutting machines there, put your dies in there. £11.99, 011944. For that bag, it's a great buy. Very busy, I'm sure, for that one as well today. Now we're going to move down because we've got 2 more to show you. Some more dies actually here. We've got some more spellbinders for you. Again, these are stunning. Really busy for these already. You've found that saving as well. £26.65 is the saving. These are extremely ornate, very elegant. Again, use them for stenciling. Use your embossing mats with these as well. 9 dies in total. £14.99 is all you're going to pay up until 8 o'clock today. 735770. Now you found these earlier and already 60% of the stock has gone. Again, look at the inspiration on the front of the card there. There's lots of ways of using these. Look at the detail in them. You really can bring that detail out. These are beautiful. Really good quality. Spellbinders always are. It's a name that we trust. So 735770. Busy on that one as well. Now, we've got some MDF coming up. A set of 10 items. Now let's show you. You've got the DIY MDF projects. You've got Faith, Baby, Live. They're the words. Then you've got coasters and more. So you've got some big pieces here as well. Make plaques for the doors, wall art. You could turn those into whatever you want to turn them into. Really sizable pieces. Every time I see these, I think there's certain people in this building that deserve these on their doors. So yes, Emily, you are one of them. I want to sort of put a big cheer out there for all our hard-working staff, the floor crew. Yeah, I do work hard, but I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I'm just being told I work hard. I do, but it's those unseen people. Just occasionally see a hand come in, don't we, or a little head pop up. Well, it's the floor crew, it's the producers, it's the directors, it's all those people behind the scenes. They work really, really hard. I better stop there because I'm going to have everybody crying. But I do mean it. So, of course, you have got the words Faith, Baby and Live. And you've got hope in there as well. It doesn't say it on the screen, but you have got hope because I can see it. You have got hope. We've all got hope. There we are, look. There you go. Yes, baby. We know somebody who's expecting a baby and it's now a little bit overdue. So hopefully today's fingers crossed. That's our Lottie, our producer Lottie. Then you're going to get what's classed as the coasters here, but you can use these for whatever you want. Oh, Tech as well. We've got to say Tech, they work very hard as well. They're behind the scenes. Oh, you're loving these as well. Limited stock, £11.99, £17.67 saving. Limited stock on those, 767740. Now we've got another item that's gone limited stock. Oh, the Spellbinders dies that we've just seen, because we had to sell out on some other ones. They've now gone limited. Don't miss out on them. Do grab those while you've got the opportunity. You're saving £26.65. £14.99 is all you're paying. Limited stock, so I'll be checking those out as soon as you can. 735770. Oh, we've got another update. What a busy show this morning. The ribbon, nearly 80% of the stock has now gone. This is an amazing buy because you've got 7 reels, 25 metres on each. 25. Is that 175 metres then? Yes, it will be, won't it? No, it won't, will it? Hang on. No, it won't. 150. 175. Yes, I was right. Oh, yes, 7 reels. That's right. Did do my maths right. Saving £14, £14.92. And it's new today, 030935. Now I've got a very special guest with me this morning. It's Caroline.
Hello.
Good morning. We've met before.
At Joe's.
We have at lovely Joe Channon's workshops. Caroline, now I've been looking forward to you. I knew you were joining us, and the other night I was thinking, I've not seen anything of Caroline yet. I wonder when she's in. And there you are. You're here this morning. Caroline is a brand new guest. It's going to be her first day here at Hochanda today, so do welcome her. I must welcome you as well, Caroline. It's lovely to see you this morning.
Thank
Are you okay?
I'm a bit nervous, but I'm fine.
You'll be fine. You will be fine. Now, it's quite nice that we're here together because I'm doing the show with you at 8 o'clock. So
that's right.
We already have met before, so we kind of know each other. Can we see what you've got? You've got some samples there.
I have. We've got essentials show. So we've got some grey board, papers, vellums, craft card, watercolour card. So quite a mixed bag.
So everything that we need to create all those different projects, different techniques.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So what sort of demonstrations will you be doing?
I've got one of them here as a sneak peek.
Okay.
A bit of mixed media.
Oh wow. Look at that. Oh, so if you love your mixed media, you're in for a treat. Now that looks really heavy, but it's not as heavy as you'd imagine. That is stunning.
all that is some grey board, and then different the watercolour card and some vellums and that we've got on the show.
So you've got vellums in this as well?
Yeah.
Incredible. Well, that's going to be a demonstration, so you must tune in to see how this was done. I would never have guessed there was vellum being used in there. Just goes to show you how useful and versatile vellum is. We had it on Good Morning Hochanda yesterday, and we were talking about its versatility, but I didn't ever for 1 minute think there was any vellum on there until Caroline said. That's incredible. So what else have we got, Caroline?
And then we've got watercolour card. The watercolour card is brilliant.
Is it?
Love it. It just it's like a dream to use. It's fantastic.
Isn't that stunning as well? Beautiful.
That's using the 13 Arts rainbow dust, if you like.
Oh,
Jo had it on the show yesterday.
Yes, she was here yesterday afternoon, Jo. I think she was on at 3 o'clock actually. So do get that on rewind as well. But yes, the 13 Arts rainbow dust. It's like a brushos type thing.
Yeah. But
lovely.
That's what using that. That's a paper, and then I've gone over with the gel from 13 Arts with again a bit of the rainbow.
So I can feel that. Obviously you at home won't be able to feel this texture there, but it's really textured. So using a gel in the background there, another stunning sample.
And that's the paper from the pack as well.
Wonderful.
So the papers take loads of things so well.
So the paper's taking the gel, and there's no crinkling on that at all. That's dried absolutely beautifully flat. You'd think that had been printed just like that. That's amazing. Oh, now then, I've just spotted something. You should have been in yesterday, Caroline. Right, I did a show yesterday morning with Sizzix patchwork dies, and the busiest dies, and I'm not surprised, were the hexagons. And I was saying, don't just think about your fabric. These would look stunning if you paper piece them together. If you cut out your hexagons with your scrap papers and make a background for a card or a scrapbook page or something like that with hexagons. I had no idea Caroline was bringing this in. That is exactly.
And I didn't see the show because I was at work.
Did you not? If I'd have had that sample yesterday, that would have made all the difference.
Spooky.
Because I was trying to explain it, and I'm sure people could kind of imagine, but to see it done, that's incredible. I love that. Absolutely love it.
It's great for just using your scraps up.
Exactly.
As this one is as well, and that's another. It's a twist.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that.
The other sample that I'm going to be doing, it's sort of similar.
You see, we save all these scraps. We say we can't throw anything
them
away, and we do save them. And then you've got family that's saying, what are you keeping all that rubbish for? Well, it's not rubbish. We know it's not rubbish. But if you produce things like this and show them, they won't believe it's come out of your scrap drawer. Isn't that beautiful? Really looking forward to this show, Caroline.
Thank you.
How did you get into crafting?
Well, I've always sort of done cross-stitch tapestry from when I was little. Mum tried to teach me how to knit, but failed miserably. And then I was off poorly from work, and I was just channel hopping, as you do. Saw something, thought, I'm going to give this a go, brought the kit, and that was 10 years ago. And it sort of blossomed from there, really.
Yeah, and here you are, now on Hochanda as a guest. Do you know, it's kind of a similar story to a lot of people, actually, including myself. I found a shopping channel by flicking through one day and thought, maybe this could be quite interesting. I was already just into crafting at that point, but it certainly helped me along. Never for 1 minute did I expect to be sat here in front of camera doing live television. Don't be nervous, Caroline, but it is live.
I know.
But we'll look after you, don't worry. We will look after you. You're in good hands. Everybody's lovely here. Yes, thank you, Caroline.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to 8 o'clock. Can't wait to see what you've got in treat for us. We are going to see some demonstrations from the items we've seen there as well. And we're going to show you some items on the website right now as well. So let's have a look. There you go. So the papercraft essentials, we've got all sorts. Caroline's mentioned a few of the items there, but there's much more included. Things like your clear acetate panels I can see there as well. Don't forget the watercolour. We use an awful lot of watercolour card at the moment in our mixed media, and with our watercolour painting, of course. A 300 GSM. You've got vellums in there. The polypropylene panel sheets are in there as well. Craft selection. You've got an assortment. The grey board, extremely popular at the moment, and we've got paper pads to boot. Now that's an awful lot to see at 8 o'clock with a new guest, so do send her your best wishes. Do welcome her to the Hochanda family, because It's lovely to see new guests. We do have a lot of new suppliers coming on board, and it's always lovely to see new demonstrators as well. So wonderful. Now, I've got another update for you. What a busy show this morning. Remember the other spellbinders? I did tell you to be quick. They've now sold out. Sold out. So they've gone. Sorry, got to put those away. Can't have those now. Well done to those that got them. Now, I'm going to give you a reminder of our deal of the day. Wow. Now, we had huge stocks of this. Huge. This is Anna Griffin. Anna Griffin, and I will say it again, in the nicest possible way. She's been around for some time as a crafter, as a leading crafter in a brand, bringing a brand of her own with numerous different products, from papers to die cutting machines, bedding, fabric. She's done all sorts, but she's very well known for her scrapbooks, and you can get your hands on this beautiful scrapbook, and I mean beautiful. I don't think I turned it round before. It is the same on the back, that gorgeous design. It's a very good binder on it, the edge on it, the spine on it there as well, with that little gold piece there, so you can put a little label in there. If you want to multi-buy on these, you certainly can do while stocks last. You've got the 12 by 12 sleeves inside, but every one of the sleeves has little pockets in, and they vary in size. You've got different sizes there. I did just pop inside some inserts. I think it was right at the back I did it. It's just, there we go. So you can see the inserts that go inside, but you don't have to worry about where to get those from, because they're included in the deal of the day. So if I just open this box, this is what you're going to get with it. So you've got the larger inserts. Now you've got some beautiful foiled wording, fabulous there, but these are double-sided, so this enables you to put photographs mounted on one side. You know, you can put them on this side as well, but I would like just to keep that gorgeous wording. You've got hello there, and spots on the other side. Look, really lovely colours. I love the black with the pinks and the greens in here. Build the life you love. Now that's a really nice sentiment for a scrapbook. Again, florals on the other side. You've got foiling, you've got beautiful flowers, you've got all sorts of wording in here. It's just stunning. Happy day, look at that, with the foiling there. Beautiful. That's just one size. And then you've got the other size as well, the smaller ones. Isn't that gorgeous colour? Kind of duck egg colour, with the foiling on there as well, look. Again, double-sided. You've got places to put your writing as well, your journaling. It's absolutely stunning. It really is. Now, I think I'd be buying more than one of these, because I would definitely, well, I have got one. I can't lie, I have got one of these, and I wouldn't want to part with it. But I would want to give one to maybe my sister, my mum, if I was gifting for a nice birthday, a wedding, new baby, it doesn't matter. These are going to be a fantastic gift to give, with the box as well, because the person that you're going to gift to is going to be able to create their own scrapbook, but the hard work is taken out of it, because they don't have to think about buying papers. They can just insert the photographs, the keepsakes. But of course, if you wanted to trim up further, you certainly can as well. And you could add more pages in this as well, because look how wide the spine is. There you go, you could add more in there as well. Now, extremely busy on this. We're going to keep giving you updates, because it is flying, absolutely flying. 70% of the stock has now gone. As I said, we've got huge stocks, or did have, of these. It was only launched at the top of the hour at 7 o'clock this morning. It's around until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, when we launch a new deal of the day, while stocks last. This could be one that sells out. I really think it's going to sell out, because this is the first hour of the day and we're over 70% of the stock gone. Please, I'm not saying this to force you to buy. I'm just saying, please don't hesitate, because if you want it, you will be disappointed if it sells out, because once it's gone, it's gone. £11.99 is all you're going to pay for the scrapbook and the inserts as well. And keep that box. That's a beautiful box to decorate as well. Saving £28. Item number 890699. What a fabulous deal of the day. Just incredible. Oh, we've got more updates coming in as well. Remember the MDF projects? They've gone. Sold out. All gone. Well done to those that got them. You're going to have fun decorating those as well. If we've got any more updates, of course, I will let you know. We will keep you informed on the deal of the day as well, because that's just flying. The ribbon is also very busy. We've now got limited stock on the ribbon. This is organza with the satin edge. It's absolutely beautiful. You've got gorgeous colours in there. This is ribbon that you are going to use for sure. It's not something you're going to put in your drawer and forget about. You're going to use it every day for projects, because there's colours there that are going to suit all occasions, all sorts of projects, whether it's home decor, whether it's card making, whether it's I don't know, accessories for your hair, it doesn't matter. Oh, now this one. This was the one that we showed you first. This is stunning. Half of the stock has gone of this one as well. It's a half price saving. This is absolutely beautiful. That gorgeous sort of art deco look. You've got the golds with the cream in there. Double-sided as well. Double-sided. 12 by 12 and 6 by 6. Now the 6 by 6 is also double-sided, and you've got the die-cut elements in the back as well with the foiling. It's an amazing bundle. £9.50 is all you're going to pay until 8 o'clock. That's a half price saving. Item number 758789. Oh, now then, it's a busy show this morning. Now the one-day special, it launched last night with the fabulous Anthony. Katie Sue Designs, of course. Realms of Fantasy Collection. Collection number 2, I've got to add, the dragon, the swords and the shield silicone moulds. It was an absolutely amazing launch, and it was the one-day special. And as if by magic, look who's appeared.
It's me. Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
Good.
I am. I'm really good, actually. I'm just traffic again this morning.
Traffic.
It just annoys me every morning. How are you?
You need some wings, don't you?
I do need some wings.
Some wings to get here quicker.
Yes, I do actually. There'd be soggy wings today, though. What?
They certainly would, wouldn't they?
Now then, Anthony,
Yeah.
I presume you stayed quite close by then, because you were a very busy chap.
Indeed, yes, indeed. So what we bought is our Realms Fantasy 2. Okay,
It is amazing.
Realms Fantasy 1 was really good, but you know what? This is even better than that one. So what we have here is some stuff where you can create your own fan art. You can now personalise things, because we have got a brand new mould, which is a beautiful font. And you can also make some really clever...
Oh, I thought you brought me a drink for a minute.
You know what? I did actually say, just before we come in, it's actually it's a shame it's not full. But but you can create lots of different things, so it can be used even for jewellery. I have a ring on here. Okay, and this is actually made from the sword.
Wow.
So that is the sword there. Okay, so you can make lots of different things.
If by any chance, is that made of polymer clay?
That one is.
Right, you remember the Pardo clay we've got on today's show? That is polymer clay. Anthony's ring is made with polymer clay. That's the oven baked clay. So the Pardo jewellery clay that we've got will create that.
Pardo's from Viva Decor, and actually that is actually Viva Decor.
Is
Pardo
it?
clay, it is indeed.
Ah,
yes,
there you go,
is.
you see.
Yeah.
And you can mix the colours, and you can paint it, obviously.
Yes,
that's just
absolutely.
one of the sunrise specials, but that's a really good job that you had that wearing, because I can just show that off. But about the one-day special, Anthony, that alphabet, I've got to say, is incredible.
It is good. It's something I've always wanted, because lots of the fonts that we've bought you in the past have been a bit on the small side for mixed media, but this one just ticks all the right boxes. It's nice and bold.
Let's have a closer look at this box
as
well. So I presume they're your initials then?
They are indeed, yeah.
This is your box then, Anthony. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
Now, we've also got on the show other moulds as well. The dragon scales.
And the dragon scales is one on this fan piece here as well, and it is a really beautiful mould. It's continuous, so not only left and right, but you can also continue at top and bottom as well. So you could, in theory, actually cover yourself in scales.
That is incredible. Now, if anybody hasn't seen the show, and I'm sure most of you have, but if you haven't, do tune in 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock today. You can get the rewind from 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Yes. Oh, sorry. Oh, dear. That's polymer clay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's air dry. Now, most of the items are air dry clay. It's the hearty air dry
indeed,
clay.
yeah. So even something like that looks really heavy. You know what it's like anyway. Air drying clay is so light.
Super lightweight. It's the finishes. You would never believe that was air dry clay. But clever techniques with your Viva Decor or your various different mediums.
And also, I do believe on this one, Sam, one of our design team, has actually used PowerTex on this particular model here as well. So there's lots of different mediums you can be using with our moulds, and obviously to do the decoration as well.
You can achieve this because the moulds are so so detailed and such good quality, and Katie Sue are exceptional with quality. They know what they're doing. They seriously know what they're doing. You can create that. If you've never created something before with clay, you can if you've got these moulds. Genuinely, everybody can do that. Just incredible work. The design team have worked so hard. I love the red eye in that dragon in there as well.
Yeah, you know, you can personalise it, and particularly with the dragon as well. It's a really versatile mould, because yes, you can use it exactly as it comes out of the mould, but you can also extend it, you can pose it, so there's lots of different ways you can actually be using that particular mould on its own. That is part of the one day special, along with the shield and the swords as well.
Do you know, because of a certain theme that's been around fairly recently, I could imagine, not just boys but girls as well, a whole bedroom decorated. You could create absolutely everything. You could have dragons flying across the wall in different colours. You could have them, you could even make tie backs for your curtains.
Well, actually Suzanne, who created the goblet there, has also created some napkin rings as well, using the dragon and the shield. So yeah, there's lots of things you can do. So along like the curtain tie backs, as you said.
Wow. Well, Anthony, you're up at 9 o'clock.
I'm indeed.
Unfortunately, I'm not doing your show. That's a bit sad. I've got a bit
of
energy there.
And of course, we've got lovely Caroline, who's a friend of mine as well.
I'm looking forward to that with Caroline.
Very well known in the crafting
It's a good
world.
alternative. But what are you going to be doing at 9 o'clock? What's that?
9 o'clock, we have got a big clock that I showed last night, but I didn't actually do anything because we were so busy. So hopefully today I will get some more demonstrations in.
Yes, if you didn't see it and you're liking what you see, do not miss today's shows. Absolutely, you will be blown away by the samples, the demonstrations, the quality of the moulds, what you can achieve. It is the one day special. Do tune in. Of course, just another reminder, I've just got to keep doing it. 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Don't forget. Don't forget. Thank you so much, Anthony. I'll let you go and get prepared.
Thanks very much.
And we'll see you very soon. I'm just so glad I didn't break anything. Now, of course, we can see all of the items on the website as well. There's so much to see. Much more than we've just shown you there as well. But the one day special is, of course, you've got the swords, the shield, the dragon there. You've got that alphabet as an extra. You've got the scales with a great saving on there of £5 as well. We've got all sorts. Oh, the dragon's eyes. Now, they launched before as a one day special, but they're back on again, so they work beautifully with the one day special this time. Oh, all sorts. We've got leather straps, we've got buckles, we've got keys, we've got all sorts on there. So do tune in for the one day special. Ooh, now then, I'm tired because of all the updates today. Oh, you're joking me. Oh, I'm going to tell you what's just been told to me. I'm so pleased I'm doing this show because I love this. This is the fastest selling, it's got to have broken records, the fastest selling deal of the day so far. We are at limited stock during the first hour. The first hour. This launched at 7 o'clock. We've got about, I don't know, 6 minutes left of the show, something like that, and we are at limited stock now. I'm going to urge you, and this is not... Oh no, I can't even get it out of my mouth. Technically sold out. That means all of the stock is now allocated. If it's in your basket, check it out quickly before it bounces out, because you are at risk of losing it if you leave it sat there too long. If anything bounces back, we'll let you know, but we've technically sold out. I don't think we're likely to see this back again. You're not going to see it at that price. £11.99, technically sold out. Well done to those that got it. You're going to get the inserts as well. You're going to absolutely love it. And I'm going to be careful what I say, but keep an eye out for further Anna Griffin products coming up soon. Now, what else have we got coming up on Hochanda today? Let's tell you. Well, of course, we've just seen Anthony, so of course we've got the one day special. But before that, we've got Caroline. That was our first guest this morning with the paper essentials. It does say Matt McManara there, but it's actually me that's doing it. Then, of course, yes, the one day special is on at 9. Tea with Tilly, that's another one I'm looking forward to. Let Leonie loose, hooray! Leonie's back in the building today. We've got Crafting with Clarity. Oh, what a fabulous shows today. What an amazing day it's turning out to be. Wow, Tactile Treasures. Do you know I've got some new guests in today, people I've not worked with before. Really looking forward to it. Oh, and I'm so pleased that you've loved that scrapbook as well. So there you are, sunrise specials. Another reminder on those before we get to the end of the hour, because the prices will go up on the items that are left, that is. So let's give you a reminder. Yes, something else that's been very busy is our theatre paper packs. Now I'm saying paper, but actually these to me are more like card. These aren't paper, they're too thick. Beautiful designs, double-sided. You've got the 12 by 12 book, and you've also got the 6 by 6. Oh, I've just discovered something. Not only have you got the decorative elements in the 6 by 6, they are in the 12 by 12 as well. I didn't realise that. Didn't flick far enough back, did I? Let's see. I don't think they're die cut in this one. They're toppers. Oh, there's die cut toppers though. So rather than the individual, look at these. Wow, gorgeous. So you've got your 12 by 12, double-sided. You've also got the 6 by 6, which is also double-sided, with those die cut elements in the back as well. You've got ovals in there, you've got square toppers, again foiled. Beautiful colours. Love that teal that's in there as well. It's mainly gold and the cream. Beautiful colours with the black against it as well, which you'd really think of, wouldn't we, the Art Deco. But look at Art Deco style. But look at the designs, that fan. Beautiful, beautiful designs, double-sided, £9.50, saving £9.50, 958759, new today. Now, I'm so pleased that Anthony was wearing that ring. I wanted to point it out because I didn't realise, I knew he'd made it a polymer clay, but I didn't realise it was the actual same brand. It was made of Pardo polymer clay, the jewellery clay. You don't have to just make jewellery, you can use this in the moulds as well. So you could create your colourful dragons without having to put any decoration on them. But you can paint over the clay as well, so if you run out of the colour that you like and you're left with the colour you're not so keen on, it doesn't matter because you can put all those effects on it as well. £11.49, saving, no it's not, yes it is, saving £11.69. So a little bit more of a saving than you're spending, 290737. If you like the look of the one-day special, maybe worth popping that in your basket to work with the moulds as well. You're going to create some incredible things. Very, very durable is polymer clay when it's been baked. 920737, that's the item number for that one. And then moving down, something else that's been very, very busy. Oh, in fact, has it? Oh, it's been so busy. Sorry, it's gone. It's gone. Another sellout. This is amazing this month. We've had so many sellouts. Now then, we've got more for you. We've got 1 or 2 items left that might be hanging on in there, so I'll give you a reminder of those. One of them being perfect occasions. You've got 3 pieces, 100% cotton here, fabric of course. Now you've got the leafy scene. Same design on each, but you've got the different colours. So you've got this lovely pink that's got a navy blue with it. It's kind of a purpley blue. You've got just over a metre by 112 centimetres of this, so big generous pieces, all for a price of £14.99. That is a saving of £17.98. And maybe if you were making quilts with this, maybe put some sashing that's a sort of the creamy beigey colour that's in the background there, or the deep red, or you could go with the turquoise that's in this one, or the red or the blue in that one. It's entirely up to you. Lovely designs, £14.99, item number 958395. Beautiful, aren't they? Now we've got the red liner tape to remind you about as well, because that's also been busy. Now multi-buy on this one if you can, because the price is incredible. That is a genuine original price, £31.99. You're saving £20, just $11.99. Now we've got the 9mm, the 12mm, and also the 25mm. Now we've got how many metres per roll was it? It was 5 metres of the 9 on each one, 5 on the 25 and 2 on the 12. I think somebody needs to check that actually, but anyway, that's what I'm telling you. 9 rolls in total. So if that's correct, I think you might get a bit more than that, but anyway, there we are, 501918. I can only go by what I'm being told and what we've got on the records, but you might be pleasantly surprised with that. £11.99, 501918. Stock up on the red line tape while you can as well, because that is a great saving of £20. Check out after the hour. Please be quick with your checking out though. Don't forget the prices will go up after we finish the show. Just give you that time to check out, and then the prices will change and go to the higher price. It's been such a busy show this morning. We've got other things still you can see on the website as well, but we've had lovely guests in this morning. I'm looking forward to seeing Caroline in the next few minutes, because she's a brand new guest, so do, you know, send your emails in and say welcome. We'd really love to have your company with us. See you very soon. Yes, Caroline's coming up next with Papercraft Essentials, so looking forward to that. Then it's the Realms of Fantasy one-day special with Anthony, followed by Tea with Tilly. And I'm doing that, and I'm so looking forward to it.
Hochanda will yet again be attending the Creative Craft Show at the NEC in Birmingham. Would you like to take part in our famous Hochanda tombola, meet and chat to the Hochanda team, or join in with one of our inspirational make and takes? Well, just look out for our bright pink stand and you won't miss us. Order your tickets at hochanda.com and take advantage of our fantastic 50% off the door price offer. We'll see you all there.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week using the Hochanda app on your Amazon Fire Stick for free? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Amazon Fire Stick accesses the Amazon App Store to add new applications. By downloading the Hochanda app, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Simply turn on your TV and connect your Amazon Fire Stick. If this is your first time using the device, follow the on-screen instructions to connect to the internet and log into your Amazon account. Once set up, you'll need to open the search bar. To do so, simply use your remote circular directional dial to scroll to the search icon and select it. Now simply type Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. All you need to do now is select download, and remember, it's free. Once this is added to your Fire Stick, you can move the app for easy access. Press and hold your home button on any app and then select apps from the menu that appears. Scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the button with the 3 horizontal lines on your remote and select Move to Front. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty. The Sizzix multi-tool is a must-have for all your craft projects. Double-ended with both a distress and cutting head, the ergonomic grip allows for easy use with your A3 cutting mat. This self-healing mat comes with precision grids in both imperial and metric and 0 to 90 degree angle measurement for precision crafting. Add this to your crafty stash at hochanda.com.
Good morning, a very good morning to you. Do stay with us throughout the day. We've got the most amazing shows lined up for you again today. What a fabulous time we're having just lately. Now I want to welcome a brand new guest this morning. We've got Caroline with us. Hello. Good morning, Caroline.
Morning.
We had a quick little interview time in Good Morning Hochanda this morning, so we had a bit of a chat. But for those who've just joined us this morning on this live hour, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you also got into crafting and how you found yourself here at Hochanda.
Well, I'm a veterinary nurse by day.
Oh.
That's my day job, and crafting started out as a hobby. I've always sort of done cross-stitch and tapestry, but I was poorly a few years ago, about 10 years ago, channel hopping as you sat on the sofa, and yeah, it's led me to here. Kits and craft rooms and cabins in the bottom of the garden.
Oh,
now.
Many of us have been there, haven't we?
Yes. So,
yes, definitely.
I got the opportunity to come on here. So
wow.
I've been a part-time vet nurse and part-time
Isn't that incredible?
demonstrator.
Actually, it's a story that's not too disfamiliar with myself, because I've spoken to various people, and it's kind of like how I got here as well. Just by channel hopping one day and finding something to buy, and then getting hooked, and somehow you find yourself then in front of a camera
Standing
in a
here.
studio yourself,
Yeah.
and it's just... Well, I don't know how that happened, really.
Bizarre.
It's strange, but you're going to be fantastic this morning, because
Thank
I've
you.
already seen, we've had a hint of some demonstrations that you're going to show us, and we've got some fabulous samples here as well.
Thank you.
Now, do say good morning to Caroline. If you know Caroline as well, just send in your warm wishes. But if you don't know her, just welcome her to the Hochanda family. Myself and Caroline have met because Caroline, you're a good friend of Jo Channon's, aren't you? We've met at her workshops before. So, you know, she's right at home here with us. But do send in your warm wishes, of course, and tell us if you've got any questions as well, studio@hochanda.com. Now, we've got lots of goodies for you because it's papercraft essentials, and we're going to start right here with the grey board selection. Now, we're already busy on this. You've got 2 different types of thickness here. You've got 10 sheets of 12 by 12, 1000 micron, and you've got also 10 sheets of 12 by 12 in the 2300 micron. So one is much thicker than the other. So we'll just show you these. I've just got the two here. I'm going to show you the thinnest one first. So if we can just get in close so you can see this. We'll compare them in a little while as well. Now, because it's grey board, it is quite rigid. But this sort of weight will give it a bit of a wobble because it's got some flexibility in it.
Use your scissors
So,
on that.
yes, use your scissors, isn't it? So, what other projects would you use this for?
You can use it as a cards.
Yeah.
Use it on cards. You can still use it as home decor.
Yes.
It's quite good for if you've got something you want to post.
Yeah.
And it's lighter. You're not going to have the thick envelope if you don't decoupage it too far up.
Lovely, and that will die cut if you've got the certain machines and the deeper dies. So we're thinking Sizzix because we sell the Sizzix machines and the dies here at Hochanda. We know it goes through the grey board. Now the thicker one, that is really rigid. You can see the depth there. There you go. You can see how thick it is. It's
proper.
See, you can't even hear it wobbling because it's so sturdy. So what would you use this for?
Loads of things. Mixed media, go on boxes. You could construct boxes if you knew how to do them properly. Wall hangings, notebooks, journals.
Of course.
It goes on and on and on.
It certainly does. Well, we have got one or two samples as well. I'm just going to lift up both of them together so you can see them side by side now, just so you can see the difference in the depth. There you go. But the price, look, considerable difference there. Both as useful as each other. It just depends on the project that you want to go with. But there you go. $19.99 is the usual price. You're saving £10 on this. That's an amazing saving. That's half price.
That's crazy.
Wow. And you are getting both.
It's crazy.
So, you know, you don't have to choose. 10% of the stock has gone already, so one or two little projects that we can show you using the grey board here. Now, this is the thicker one, this is the heavier one.
Yeah.
So we've got a lovely door hanger there. Oh, it could be a wall hanger, you can use it for whatever you want. And you can see there's been paper put on there, but there's also been a stencil and texture paste used. You can throw all sorts at the surface and use it many different ways of decorating. We've got all sorts of items to show you, not just the grey board today, but these samples I must show you because Caroline's worked so hard. They've got a little notebook there as well, and that is also using the heavier one, so you can see that would stand up really easily. You could stand that out on your desk or all sorts, couldn't you, there? And we've also got the little hanger there, the little wall hanger, using scraps of paper, I see.
Which I will be showing you later.
Wonderful, so
on my
lovely.
demos.
So we have got a demonstration using all your scraps, which we love to do, don't we? We all collect them, and then we think, what am I going to do with that? So £9.99, £10 saving. Busy on this one already. 681843. Oh, I didn't spot that one. Now there is a box construction. Is that made with the grey board?
No.
No. Does that go with the other one then, with the paper?
It's
kind of in the middle.
on the top.
Ah, so there is some grey board on the top. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to keep that for the next bundle then, because I can see the papers coming up. So we have got paper for you, and we've got some beautiful paper for you as well. We've got the vintage floral. The vintage floral.
Lovely.
Now this is lovely as well. You've got a saving on this one as well. £3 saving, £9.99. Item number 172024. Now what do you like about the papers, Caroline?
You can throw. I've thrown so much product at them, and they've just taken them so well.
Wow.
And the designs are just lovely.
These have got a really unusual feel to them.
But also, there's two different colours in that. There's a cream base and then there's a white base. There's just a slight hint of difference in some of the colourings.
Okay, so is that the white on the back there?
Yeah, that one's the white.
There's a cream. So if I put the two together, you can see the difference there. Now I like both because with white it really makes the colours sort of really pop.
Yeah.
With cream it gives you kind of that soft vintagey look, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So beautiful. It's nice that you've got a mixture. Very, very unusual to see a mixture of white and cream bases together actually, which it is really nice. Gorgeous designs. I can't describe what this feels like. It's different. It's very. I've never felt paper like it.
But it really works well. I can't.
I don't know. The only way I can describe it, and if you may not have seen the show, but we had graphics on the other day, and they'd got the Duralar It's kind of a thinner, it feels like a thinner version of that, and that you could throw anything at it.
Yeah.
So there must be something within the makeup
be
of this
some
paper
makeup.
that allows for all those products to work with it. You'll know what I mean when you get this home. You'll think this doesn't feel like any other paper I've got.
Sorry, it's a good thickness as well.
It is, yeah,
It's
beautiful.
not flimsy.
Gorgeous print on there as well, and the colours are stunning. Look at the sunflowers as well.
Put
How pretty is that?
distressants, oxides. I've put the 13 arts beeswax. That's on this one.
Well, let's have a look at this. So the lid of the box, there is some grey board on
the
there.
sides,
Let's show you the front of the box
wax.
first because it's beautiful. So you can see inks on there. All sorts of different products have been thrown at this paper. I can't see any crinkling. It's not done any harm to it at all.
No.
And that has got a real sheen to it as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you some of the samples actually because you will be quite amazed with this. I did see this one earlier on Good Morning Hochanda, and I thought that was a printed paper, but it's not. It's one of the papers. And Caroline, tell us what you've done to it.
All I've done is stencil out of my stash.
Yeah.
The 13 arts gel medium.
Yeah.
Tiny sprinkling of their rainbow brush, powders. Mix it all in. Put it
Wow.
through.
You would
palette
not
knife
think.
through, let it dry.
You just wouldn't think a paper
No.
would take the gel medium and
No.
stay flat like that. I've never known a paper do that. I love this. If you were watching the Sizzix show yesterday where the scrapbooking dies on, which was more aimed at soft crafting, but I was saying all the way down the counter, oh, you need to make cards with scrapbook pieces, with your hexagons. No idea that Caroline was coming in with this. I just wish I had this sample with me yesterday because I think it works so beautifully. That is a great idea for using your scraps again.
It is, and you know, we've all got boxes and boxes, drawers and drawers full of the little bits, and we think one day we'll use them. Now you can.
You certainly can. I love that idea. Now, just one or two more cards as well. I can see there's all sorts been thrown at the surface of this
Crackle.
as well. Crackle on that one. That's just a lovely card. Using again
Clean,
offcuts. And we've got one here that's got quite a lot of inking on it as well. So let's get that the right way up, that way up. There we go.
And again, the scissors have
Do you know, I'm
been,
going to hold it like that so you can see with love.
the scissors took to that to distress it, and it was
And you
brilliant.
can achieve all that distress look on the edge. It's amazing paper.
Yeah,
I love it.
brilliant.
£9.99, well, £3 saving on this one. £12.99 is the usual price. Great price for this launch show as well. 172024. Yes, I think you can't believe that price yourself,
No,
can you,
a
Caroline?
lot for your money.
I didn't actually see it. I was looking at the details on the screen, but I just heard. I don't think Caroline realised what good value that
Yeah.
paper was today. We've got an amazing
No,
price for
not
you.
at all.
Now we have got more to show you as well. We've got the craft card for you. We love our craft card, don't we? We really, really do.
Yeah.
Two different GSMs here as well. It's nice to have the choice. We've got paper and card. Now, I love the paper because I've used paper in many crafts, but I think some of us think, oh, well, what do I do with brown paper? But there is actually all sorts you can do with it. And I can see from the samples that you've used some in your flowers.
Yeah,
Isn't that fabulous?
just
Isn't that lovely?
I think that was a John Lockwood die, and I just put it through, scrunched it. I literally just screwed it up, and then put a little bit of ink around it,
Wonderful.
and that's it.
Wonderful. And the craft card itself, if you want to use that, we've got a tissue box made of it and then covered in the papers as well. But that is the craft card underneath. So to coat the tissue box itself, how pretty is that? So you could have one to match your room. I'm sure you're going to find a paper in there that's going to work with your decor. Lovely idea. £9.99. New today, of course, because it's a new show. 103447, and you're getting 50 A4 sheets there. 80 GSM is the paper, and then you're getting 25 A4 sheets of the 250 GSM card. Phew! Now then, we have got more for you. We're going to take to the website to show you a few more items. Do have a good look, because this, of course, is a brand new show. New guest Caroline, who's about to show us our first demonstration, actually. But you can find vellum on the website. You can find acetate there as well. We've got propylene panel sheets as well. Oh, great saving on those. There's all sorts. Some amazing prices for this show, so do watch out for those. And if you want to multi-buy, you certainly can. And I've got to tell you, those papers, they're something special. I can't wait until you get those home and you feel how they are, and then when you start to use your products with them, you're going to be absolutely amazed. I've genuinely never felt a paper that feels like this one. I don't even know how to describe it properly, but there's a £3 saving on it. Beautiful, beautiful designs, vintage floral. It's 8x8 paper stack, and there's 24 sheets. Some of them are on white paper, some are on cream, so you've got that lovely vintage look, or the brighter colours. 48 sheets in total, because she's got the white and the cream. Now, oh, we've had a lovely email in already. This is from Sandra. Good morning, Sandra.
Hello.
Welcome, Caroline. Oh,
Pleasure.
Evie's also watching with Caroline, and sorry, with Sandra. They're very proud of you, and they're really excited, so I'm presuming you know who they are.
It's my sister-in-law.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, good morning, Evie.
Hello, you two.
How old's Evie?
Evie's just finished university.
Oh, she's not that young then.
No,
Oh,
she's just.
hello, Evie.
She's just finished, so she's home for the summer.
I just kind of, hello, Evie. Hello, Evie. Oh, well done. Well done on finishing university, and I'm sure you're still excited. Doesn't matter what age you are, you're going to be excited, aren't you? And Caroline is going to fit in just beautifully here as well. And she's going to do her first demonstration, so we're all excited about this.
So, it's a mixture of using the craft card and the papers.
Wonderful.
So
I'll just hold that to the
show
front
that
of the
one.
camera so we can see. So using some of the beautiful papers and of course the craft card that we've got on the show, that also comes with the paper in the same pack as well. That's stunning, isn't it? Lovely. Right, beautiful.
Right.
So what are we going to do then?
So, I've got 2 pieces of the fab paper. So I've just cut them to fit that square. It's roughly about 7.5 inches square, that one. So I've got some of the aged mahogany distress ink.
Lovely. I love those little ink pads, aren't they useful?
So good. So good. So just go around the edge. I'm only going to do 3 edges because we're going to cover the bottom edge up with a ribbon.
Okay. Now that is a lovely colour to go with the cardstock because the aged mahogany is picking up the red tones that you've got in the flowers there.
Yeah, and it just goes so well with this pink.
It certainly does.
But like you can see, it's just taking the ink so well.
I like to ask this question, I ask it a lot, and I usually know the answer, but do you find it difficult to make a card and not use ink somewhere?
I can't do it.
You can't do it. I thought you might say that.
The only one was that with the banners down the front, and I was like, right, I've got to step out of my comfort zone and do something completely different.
I find it difficult as well. It's definitely one of my top 10 items, probably in my top 3 to keep my ink. If I had to give certain things up, I don't think I could give inks up.
No, Desert Island, it would definitely be on that bucket list.
I'd give up food before the inks.
So, just pop this craft card down on there.
Lovely. Using that's crafty glue I see as well.
Yep, so good. It just takes so well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this a bit different. So again, just, and what I noticed, you know, you get some paper we put the glue on and it bubbles.
Yeah.
This is so good, it doesn't really do it.
That is down to the paper. I can tell that just by the feel of it. I'd love to know how this paper's made, because there is definitely, if I can use the word, a different recipe to make this. You will know what I mean when you get this home.
So I've used sort of the creamy colours on this one, because going for the vintage look.
It does make a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, big difference. So
lovely.
On that one, obviously I'll pop that round, but I'm just going to cut that for time, because I do tend to faff a lot when I'm making cards. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, I'm afraid. So,
oh, that's a bit tricky when you're a demonstrator, because sometimes it's like, we're counting you out, Caroline.
That's
you're going to have to be quick.
I'm
not yet though. You're all right for now.
Purposely trying to, so we can fit everything in, because the next one's going to take a bit longer. So I'm just going to trim that on there. At home, like I say, I would wrap that round.
Oh, now then, Caroline, we've had a lovely email in from California, from Jamie. Do you know anybody in California?
No.
No? Thank you, Jamie, for emailing. And what does Jamie say? Oh, Jamie said, good morning. She saw you, Caroline, on the Facebook Live when we were doing Good Morning Hochanda, and she said all your samples were wonderful.
Oh, thank
She's
you
looking
so
forward to seeing the
much.
show. Jamie, thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you.
the time to email in. We love to hear from everybody, but to get emails in from the States as well, we've got customers in Europe. It is lovely to have your company. We really do value that, and it's great, you know, to welcome a new guest as well, so thank you.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to make this bow. I'm not very good at normal bows, but I like doing this wrap around type. So what you need to do is cut your ribbon at a length and then go to 3/4 of the first length with another piece and then half with your last piece. So I like to use red tape because
we had lots of that for sale on the Good Morning Hochanda show. Perhaps you've stocked up on that. See, this is another use for it, sticking your ribbons together. Actually, I did say email in and give suggestions. Here is one from Caroline.
Yeah.
So if you're not very good at tying bows, you can make really beautiful bows by gluing or taping the bits together with the red line tape and keeping them flat. Oh, I should have known that was going to happen. Oh, dear.
So what we need to do on each one is a little bit of tape at the end and a little bit in the middle, and you just wrap that round. Okay, so we've got a circle.
Lovely. Okay.
And then take my shaky hands.
Oh, it's so good that Caroline's used red line tape, because I know that won't be taking the sticky off. Sometimes we say, be careful of touching your tape and your sticky things, because your finger marks will take the sticky off it.
And then just squish that down.
Lovely.
And then that one goes on top of that bit there.
Perfect.
So then we have... Like that.
Isn't that beautiful? Lovely.
So we've got 3. And then another piece, which is a smaller piece, again with a bit of red liner tape on it. I'm going to wrap that around the middle.
Lovely. A little bit more tape there. What would we do without our red line tape as well, Caroline? That's another one that is so useful.
Thing is, if I was on a desert island, it'd be hot, wouldn't it? And everything would dry out. The inks would dry out.
We'd find some banana leaves or something and build a shelter. Keep us in the shade. Can you imagine us crafting on a desert island? We'd be searching around shells. Oh, we'd create some really lovely projects though, wouldn't we? We'd be making things out of all the leaves and Oh no, Emily, I'm not going to even say that. Oh. So you might find things that are no longer living and you can use the bones and things. That's not very nice. No. Oh, I thought you said skulls. Oh dear, we're painting a really good picture here for Caroline this morning. Now, Caroline, I'm going to get off that subject and watch Caroline put this bow together.
Bow all done, right there. So I'm just going to. I like 3D glue, but you could use a hot glue gun.
Lovely.
And just pop that in the middle.
That's safer than a hot glue gun. I burnt my finger on a hot glue gun yesterday.
I'm so clumsy. And then a little bit more in the middle, and then I've just got a gem from my stash.
Oh, that's pretty. Lovely. That is really pretty.
Every one I've done has been different for my samples. So then I've got these were plain cream flowers out of my stash.
Okay.
And again, using the aged mahogany, I've just distressed them.
Lovely. So they're going to blend beautifully with the project.
It all then goes together, doesn't it? So this is just a quick, easy, simple card that everybody can do.
Lovely. And you could change the dimensions of the two papers, couldn't you, as well? So you could have a larger piece at the top, smaller at the bottom, or vice versa. So there's lots of room to play with the design here.
What I've done with the polypropylene, I think they call it, I've actually done a wall hanging with that all coordinates with this. It's just down there. So
we may get to see that again as we go down the counter.
All goes together. So if you're giving it as a gift, it's
well, that's it. You can make the card and the gift to match, can't you? And the gift bag.
Yeah.
And the gift tag.
Everything.
Everything.
So, like I say, and I've put a bit of tea dyes. A few of them I've used the tea dye distress ink just to bring a bit of the brown in that's in a few
Perfect.
of the flowers. And I have to do everything an odd number.
Oh, I find it difficult to go with even numbers.
I can't do
Occasionally,
it.
I'll let things slip a little bit and I'll let it go, but usually it's odd numbers.
And then some dyes in my stash, which I've used peeled paint just to colour them because it was a pale. It's one of those pale green. I thought, oh, what am I going to do with that? So, if you've got colours that you don't use, just use the distress inks, oxide sprays, everything on them.
I think most of us have probably got the distress inks now. If you haven't, you're missing a trick, and I'm sure you can find some on the website as well.
And then I just curve it. I find it easiest to curve with my finger and thumb.
Okay.
So I hold it with my finger and thumb on that finger on there, and then I'll just curl it round. And that's
Lovely.
just how I do it.
Lovely. Very simple to do as well.
Yeah.
It's really effective. Makes a difference.
So I'll just pop some of those in there, and
Oh, I'm
then
going to say another hello to our European friends, and also those of you in the US. We've had a lovely email from Jamie. There's more of you out there watching as well, so it is lovely to have your company and to welcome Caroline for her first ever show here on Hochanda, and I've got to say she's doing an amazing job.
thank you. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Get used to that, Caroline.
I was so nervous.
Well, couldn't you sleep
So
because you were worried
I
about
was
it?
worried about it.
You're fine.
And then-
We'll look after you here.
Thank you. And then I've got some little hearts.
Lovely. The finishing touches there.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
And then on the sample that I did, it says on your special day, so you can use it for birthday,
Yeah.
weddings, whatever. So on this one, I've just got a happy birthday.
Lovely stuff. Wonderful.
Another thing I couldn't be without is my tweezers.
I'm smiling at the tweezers now because I just remembering back when I used to first start card making. I used to have a pair of tweezers, and then when you suddenly start demonstrating, Caroline, you may find this happens. You rush in and you lose everything. Once you get going and it's where's this, where's it? You haven't moved. Everything disappears. You end up slopping it all down with your fingers just to try and beat the clock. It's a race against time, but I do know we do inspire the people out there because we get lovely emails, and I'm sure they appreciate sometimes that it can be difficult with the time scales we have to do demonstrations, so we do them in the way that we would at home, but the idea is that we're there to inspire, give hints and tips, as I'm sure Caroline is going to continue to do throughout the rest of this hour and beyond as well, of course. So if you do have any questions, do send them in, even if it's just to say hello or some support, or to say what a beautiful card this is. Isn't that gorgeous? Really, really lovely. Using, of course, that gorgeous paper, the vintage floral papers. The craft card is in there as well. And other little bits and pieces you may have in your stash. It's gorgeous. Wonderful. £9.99 172024. That's the item number for the vintage floral papers. Now, Carola, thank you so much. I'm going to do a little bit of a recap and let you get ready for another demonstration.
Lovely. Thank you.
But before we do a recap, I'm going to remind everybody about the NEC. We're going to be there soon. Let's give you the details. So the 30th of June, from Friday the 28th actually to the 30th of June, live at the NEC we're going to be. 50% off the door price here for the Creative Craft Show. Now, use code for adults 142514 and the ticket will be £5. That's giving you 50% off the door price, and for seniors you've got a different item code 232708. Your ticket will be £4.50, again 50% off the door price. Now it's going to be a fabulous time, starting on Friday the 28th, finishing Sunday the 30th. You're going to see the Hochanda stand there, of course you're going to see presenters and various demonstrators and guests. I should be there as well. Leona's going to be there, Lou's going to be there. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more besides. Tilly's in the studio. I think Tilly might be there as well. Yes, she's putting her thumbs up. So wonderful. There you can get the tickets at www.hochanda.com, and don't forget you're saving 50% off the door price, both for adults and senior tickets there. Lovely. Looking forward to that as well, got to say. Really looking forward to the NEC. Always a pleasure to be there. Now, we're going to give you a reminder of our grey board. So, a very, very busy bundle, this one. A third of the stock has gone. Now, we've got 10 12 by 12 sheets. They're 1,000 micron. That's the thinner one. And we've also got 10 12 by 12, 2,300 micron sheets. I'm going to put both together again so you can see the difference. You don't have to choose. You're getting both of them. So different uses for each one. I'm trying to be really still. But if I don't stop, I might have to stop breathing to stop moving. That wouldn't be a very good idea, would it? But you are going to get both of those, 10 of each. So, you know, you're cutting out with your scissors for the lighter one, the more constructive one. You can make beautiful boxes with it. There's all sorts of projects. Your plaques, your home decor, cards, anything. Let's just see the samples again that we've got, because we have got the little notebook that I did stand up just to show that with the thicker grey board, you can decorate it in many ways using that gorgeous paper we've got as well. And that just shows how firm it stands there, because it's standing up. It's very, very sturdy. Little wall hangings, another great idea, using your scraps of paper as well, so all your offcuts, very, very pretty. My craft room, can't think of a better door hanging than my craft room. If only I had one. I have to share it with the dining room. I have to keep sharing it with my dining room, and I don't like it. I want a little proper craft room. So I need to find a way of putting one in. Right, £9.99 is for the bundle that I'm showing you here. I'm showing you another sample as well. Using the papers, don't forget about these papers. So both microns you're going to get, as I say. So lots of projects you can create with those. 681843, that's the item number for you. Very, very busy on that bundle. Wow, half price for you. What a great start to a show for a new guest as well, with new collections for you. Now, moving down, we've got the vintage papers. We've talked about these a lot, and I really honestly can't put my finger on the way to describe it properly, but you will feel this. It's got a completely different feel. I suppose it has kind of got the surface that you'd expect from vellum, because it's very, very smooth, extremely smooth. It's beautiful. And you've got saving on this one as well. £3 saving, £9.99. Isn't that gorgeous with the sunflowers? We've got lots more designs as well. Just flick through one or two of them. And what you've got here is you've got pieces printed on cream and also on white as well. Oh, I like that one. That must be one of my favourites. Really love that. Is that on cream? I think that's on cream, that one. White and cream. So the cream will give you more of a vintage look. 24 sheets on white, 24 sheets on cream. So 40 sheets in total. Sorry, 48 sheets in total. £12.99 is the usual price. You've got a £3 saving on these. £9.99. 172024. Nearly a quarter of the stock has now gone. Beautiful colours. Because they're vintage, they're appealing to me an awful lot, because I do like my vintage themes, especially when they've got dusky pinks in and sort of sagey greens, the greys, that sort of thing as well. But what's special about this paper is you can throw all sorts at the surface. If you think with normal papers, you just put glue on the back and it goes wrinkly and bubbly. Yes, sometimes it can dry out a little bit, but with this, look, we've even got gel medium through a stencil directly onto the paper. And the finish is gorgeous, but there's no crinkling, there's no, you know, it's not rough, apart from feeling the texture of the gel. It looks as though that's been printed that way. Throwing your inks at it as well not literally throwing, but you know what I mean. There you go, putting your inks around the edge. It's going to take inks beautifully. You can distress the edges as well, using your scissors or your distressing tools. You can also give it that aged look as well. You know, we've got all sorts. The project that was just made there as well, that Caroline did with ink around the edge as well, beautiful. And she used wet glue to stick that paper down, and you couldn't see a single crinkle at all. Now, normally you would do, you all know that, if you stick paper down with wet glue, you're going to see it through the paper, you can see the line of the glue, it goes a bit crinkly. Yes, sometimes it dries out, sometimes you can still see it. You can't even see it when you stick it down on this. £9.99, £3 saving, 172024. Now, we're going to show you the whole bundle on the still here, because don't forget, you have got the white and you have got the cream back in, so more of a vintage look maybe with the cream, and with the white, the colour a little bit brighter perhaps, but 48 sheets in total, and it is all 8 by 8. It's wonderful stuff. I really like that. Now, we have shown you other items on the counter, but there's some that we didn't get to, so we're going to give you a little bit of information about these as well. So Oh, we've got Caroline joining us again down the counter, just so that we can talk about things and what the items can be used for. We've got the polypropylene sheets here, the panel sheets. Now, these are 800 microns, so these are a good weight.
Yeah.
So what would we use these for then, Caroline?
I have used it for a few things. One was, you got your glass mat and you don't always want to get it filthy with the gels and mixing and things like that.
Yeah.
So I actually use it as a mixing palette.
Lovely, lovely idea.
Also, I have made a wall hanging, which goes with the card that I've just done.
Let's just hold this up so we can see. So it does match the card beautifully. This is the one you were talking about in demonstration
and
time.
it's light.
It is light.
So light. And you can use your scissors to cut it as well, which I cut some circles with my scissors.
Okay, oh lovely.
Because I was going to make some Christmas tree decorations, but I ran out of time. So I was actually going to use these to actually, because they're so light, it'll stick on the tree quite easily, and just put some flowers on it. I was going to do like a poinsettia on either
That'd look
side.
Lovely, actually.
But
And
I ran out of time.
just borrow one of those. But because it's not see-through as such, but you have got that transparency there. That if it was on your Christmas tree as well, catching the lights, that would be really, really effective. Oh, I know what I'd be doing with it. I'd be putting clay characters on there. Yes, we've got Anthony coming up as well, don't forget. £9.99 for the polypropylene sheets. There's lots of uses for these.
Yeah.
I agree with Caroline as well. They make great mixing mats as well and blending mats for your crafts. But you're going to find all sorts of uses, and the fact that you can cut these with scissors as well is fantastic. Great buy, that one. £9.99, £2 saving, brand new today, 980442. Now we've got some vellum for you as well. Now we've got two different colours. We're going to talk about these because we've got a natural white and we've also got, wow, the most beautiful shimmer. This is shimmer silver. Look at the shine on that.
Gorgeous.
That is absolutely stunning.
Gorgeous.
25 sheets of the A4 silver shimmer and 25 of the A4 natural white. So where would you use this then, Caroline? Again, there's lots of uses, I know.
Loads of uses.
What would be your favourite sort of things to do?
I like making flowers with it, I have to say, which I've done on this notice, this little note board, if you like.
Oh, I'm going to show that in a second. We've got lots of flowers actually at the back here that Caroline's made. Let's just put the two together so you can see the difference, because we've got the natural white vellum and also the shimmer as well, the shimmer silver. That is stunning. I have got a sample here as well. I am thinking, of course, wedding, christening again. Look at these flowers. Are these done with the shimmer one then, Caroline?
Yeah.
Look at that. So you can still colour onto the vellum. Can you emboss and heat emboss it as well?
Yes,
Will it
that's
take the
what
heat?
I've done, yeah.
Perfect. So your embossing powders, your clear ink, looks lovely with a white embossing powder actually on there. And then using something, did you use alcohol pens? What sort of medium did you use to colour that?
Distress inks.
Distress inks again. Lovely.
Distress inks.
And you can get different looks, can't you? Because if you colour one side but have the other side as a face, it gives that diffused look, or you can have a brighter look if you go onto the face of it. But certainly worth using your clear embossing ink and your embossing powders to create beautiful effects like those flowers. And also the leaves of vellum as well, aren't they?
I think also with vellum, if you've got a piece of paper that you really like but it's a bit bright, if you just put the vellum over the top, it just dulls it down a bit as well.
Yeah.
Just gives it a bit
Certainly
more
does.
subtlety.
Lovely for overlays. We've got all sorts of flowers in this pot that Caroline's cut out ready for demonstrations and for making projects. Aren't they beautiful? So if you've got your inks again, you know, you can work with just the natural and the shimmer here. You're going to get all sorts of beautiful embellishments to go on your cards and projects. Great price on this one as well, because you are getting 25 of each, 100 GSM, and look at the price, just £11.99. If you break that down, it makes it less than 24 pence per sheet. That's great value. That is amazing value. In fact, it's not just great value. 558405. I'd be multiplying on those if you possibly can, and keeping those in stock at all times because you're going to use them. Now, acetates is another item that I really like, another product that I like to use for many different reasons and for various effects. But one of our favourites is, of course, the shaker cards, which you certainly can do. But there's much more you can do besides as well, isn't there, with acetate, Caroline?
And this you can heat emboss with it as well.
Oh, fantastic. Lovely. Perfect. So we can heat emboss on this acetate. You can't always do that with acetate. This one you can. Now you're getting 4 A5 clear acetate panels here for just £9.99. Again, that is amazing value. Loving that patchwork effect behind there as well. It's a favourite of mine at the minute, doing patchwork. Whether it's fabric or card, it doesn't matter. But this, with the sheets here, oh, there they go. They're sliding off the counter. It's not what you'd call a construction weight acetate, is it? It is more, you know, something that you can use with your card making or your overlays.
Nice to wrap around cards.
Yeah, beautiful. Lovely. Now, if you wanted it so you've got a transparent front on a card as well, you could put a panel of a strip of card at the top and a strip of card at the bottom and leave a clear panel in the middle. That would look really effective, but the fact that you can heat emboss that, I just think makes the difference. £9.99, 40 sheets of that, 931117. Now, something else I simply love, and I haven't got much of mine left, so I think I need to be getting this next item. It's the watercolour card, 300 GSM as well. Wow, that is a good price, Caroline.
Yeah.
40 sheets for £9.99.
Crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy. This is white watercolour card, 300 GSM. That is incredible value, I've got to say. 40 sheets for £9.99.
And it's...
Well, look at some of the samples as well. Now, of course, you can do your watercolour painting. You can do your effects. I'm going to show a couple together there, actually, just so we can, just in case I run out of time, because I want to get back to demonstration.
They were just
Isn't that lovely?
Offcuts that I had left, and I thought, right, just simplicity.
Beautiful.
That is, I mean, that one I've just used some watercolour pens on the top, and the previous one I just stamped it and left it.
That is stunning.
Sometimes you don't need to go mad with... I think the background often just speaks for itself, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and that's very nice as well.
Again with watercolours, and then I've gone over the top with antique linen.
See, because it's watercolour card, it's going to take so many different mediums and products. You can still ink over it. I love the fact that watercolour card has a bit of a texture on it as well, so it doesn't look flat. It always looks like it's got that depth there, and it feels lovely as well. That's a stunning card as well. So use all the items that you've already got, if your inks, your watercolours, your crayons, your pens, all those different things, but it's fantastic quality and it's a great buy. 40 sheets, A4 in size, 300 GSM, that's a great weight of card there. 068259. We call it watercolour paper quite often, and it is card, but this time we have got the description as card, and it certainly is at that weight. Wonderful. I know you're particularly like that. We were talking before the hour, and you were saying what great quality it was.
Brilliant.
Wonderful. Well, let's go to the website and have a look at everything in a bit more detail again, because of course we've seen right down the counter now, we've seen everything, but a few favourites are things like the florals, the paper pad there, the grey board is very, very popular. Don't forget with the acetate, it's heat embossable as well, and oh, don't forget those Creative Craft Show tickets as well. It's not that long before we're there, you know, so get those. We have had a question in as well. Now, this has come from Angela. Can we die cut the polypropylene sheets?
I've not tried, and I wouldn't have thought so, because I think it might crack with the pressure, but I wouldn't want to ruin your die by trying.
Okay, right.
So maybe let me have a go at home with an old die and see, and then
lovely.
I can let you know on Facebook.
You can cut it with your scissors though.
Yes.
Angela, if we do test it, and we'll let you know, we certainly will let you know, and we'll vocalise it here on Hochanda as well, because it's another good point if it does. But as up to yet, we're not sure. It will, if it's achievable, it'll definitely be one of the bigger dies, and a machine that's going to take a lot of pressure, because it's a very sturdy product. Now, we've also had a message from Emily as well, and Emily's saying, Caroline, you're doing absolutely fab.
Thank you, Emily.
She's going to get her craft items back out. They've obviously been packed away. Oh, lots of love, your mini nurse.
Oh, Emily.
Oh, who's that then, Caroline? Can I ask?
Well, there's two Emilys that I know who are nurses.
Emily Cooper it is, apparently.
She's lovely. Yep, she's one of the nurses at my practice, and she's got horses, and she's, since I've said I was coming on here, she's like, oh, you need to teach me how to do things. So that's lovely.
Oh,
Thank
well,
you,
you're in
Emily.
the best
Thank
place,
you.
Emily. You certainly are. Oh, now we've got to shout out to Rosemary as well. Good morning. Sylvia's there,
Morning.
sending her love. Rachel's there, also emailing in. Jane, Leanne. Oh, so many people have emailed
Everybody's
in,
up
sending
early
their
this
support.
morning.
I know. Well, this is the thing, you see. People laugh when we say it's a family, but it is.
Yeah,
and we like to think that everyone that watches is part of our family, and especially when they email in and welcome new guests, it just makes everybody feel at home and gives a little bit more of encouragement, because it can be quite nerve-wracking. Even now, when you've been behind the camera quite a long time, it can be nerve-wracking, but as a new starter, then it's very nerve-wracking. So Caroline's doing a great job, and with your support and all those other emails, I know it's put her more at ease. So thank you, each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Right, we've got about 15 minutes left, Caroline, so plenty of time to do another project.
Okay, so this is a mixed media. Obviously, as you can see.
Look at this. Let me hold that up to the camera. Now, I did see this in Good Morning Hochanda, and I'm not going to give the game away because I'm going to let Caroline go through the demonstration, but I couldn't believe what had been used in this. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely stunning. So we're going to see how this was created and put together.
So I've done it in stages because obviously I'm not going to get everything done in a quarter of an hour. So I've made a start. So what I've done, I've just drawn a heart, or drawn round a heart, in the thick grey board.
Lovely.
And cut it out with my craft knife because I tried with the scissors and
thick ones, too thick with the
too
scissors.
Thick.
Okay.
But I've used a mixture of dyes that I had in my stash, all of hearts obviously, but I've used the thinner grey board, which is this bigger heart. I've used the watercolour card, I've used the grey, the craft card, the thicker, and the paper version. I've even used vellum.
Now that's what I just couldn't believe that vellum would have been used on a project like this, but yes, there's all sorts of cardstock in there, including the vellum.
Yeah, the only thing I've not used basically is the polypropylene, I think, and obviously the papers, because I wouldn't want to cover the papers up.
No,
you don't want to do that. So what I've done is obviously I've cut the dies, so I was just going to finish off showing you how I constructed this.
Okay.
What I've done on some of them, I don't know whether this will show up. Can you show? Please, thank you. I've used several layers of the card just to give a deeper heart. Can you see that?
Yes, you can see the different layers there. So
yeah.
you can stick pieces together and still die cut them, of course, and that's a craft. You can see a little bit of the embossed area there as well from the die, which it does add to the effect, doesn't it?
It does. So all you basically do is, with a mixture of the dryers clear glue and the collal, the 3D glue gel, which is blocked up, never mind, is I don't overthink it, because if you overthink it, it looks too regimented.
Yes, yeah.
I think you just have to go for random and just go for it. So you will cover some bits up, but it really doesn't matter. Just keep.
This is another great way of using all your offcuts as well, all your scraps.
What I did is, when I knew that I'd got a bit of space on either the card and the paper especially, I just popped a die on, just a small die, so I'd got extras cut, so you weren't just purposely cutting small things.
Lovely. Actually, I've got a bit of an update on the grey board for everybody. Half of the stock has now gone. It's been very, very busy on that. Don't forget, you're getting 10 sheets of the 12x12 in the thinner one, the 1000 micron, and you're getting 10 sheets of the 12x12 in the heavyweight, which is 2300 microns, all for a great price of £9.99. That's a half price saving, so no wonder you're taking advantage of it. 681843. Do remember, of course, check your baskets out. Don't leave things sat in there because they can bounce out. But yes, very busy on that particular bundle.
So just keep going until you've got it how you want it. I've used teeny tiny little, those little tiny hearts, which you'll see later on, were actually in the centre of other things to keep all the tiny little bits, keep everything. So that's.
Now that looks lovely as it does. That looks really, really effective.
Okay.
Do you know, that's a good point as well, Caroline. When we're die cutting, we do get all those little shapes, and we just kind of we save all the scraps and then we put all things like that into the bin because we're trying to clear
You do
up.
this, don't you?
Exactly.
And then it just goes
but
in
you
the
often
bin.
get little hearts or circles
Yeah.
or all sorts of shapes, and
Yeah.
they're perfect for a project like that.
Keep them. So let everything dry, let the glue settle. In these hearts, there's little holes, so I've just put some gems in from my stash,
Lovely.
just to give it a bit more texture and depth.
Beautiful.
So that's that on there. Then you get the gesso out
Okay.
and cover it with gesso.
Okay, so in this case, black gesso.
Yeah, and
Lovely.
then I gave this 2 coats because I gave it a random coat, good overall coat, but then you just see the little random little bits of
Yeah.
white. But I always use, I've got a really old brush which I can get to, just to get underneath
Yeah.
there so you don't see any of the white and the grey coming
Lovely.
through.
So very simple, everybody can achieve it. There's
And
nothing
then-
difficult about the project, although it looks it.
And then this one I'd used waxes to
Okay.
colour, but I thought, right, let's try something different. So this is obviously, I've started, and I use the Daily Art patinas.
Oh, these are the ones that Joe had on yesterday afternoon. I borrowed these as well.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They are lovely. They're so
They're
creamy.
lovely.
In fact, I need to give them back to Jo because she's gone on holiday now. So I've got to keep hold of them. No, they are put safe. She knows I've got them. I didn't just borrow them without saying. She brought them to me. They are so creamy though,
Just
aren't
use
they?
them up before she gets back. Sorry, Jo. Sorry. So there's 2 ways you can apply it with this. You can use a brush, which
Okay.
again I'd use one of my old tatty ones, or what you
Good
was
old
given.
fingertip.
Use your fingers.
Right, lovely.
So a little bit on your mat. If you wanted to get further in to the little groovy bits, then obviously you'd use a brush.
Yeah.
But I like to use my finger for the
You see,
majority
with the
of it.
black base there, the metallics
Oh,
just,
it
don't they look
pops.
amazing?
It just
Now it's really
pops.
bringing out the detail on those embossed hearts as well.
Yeah, and I've not run them through to emboss. It was just how they were cut because I thought, oh, it would take me too long.
I love
to
this
do
effect
that.
in the larger heart as well.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful.
And with the finished one, what I did, I put some glossy accents on.
Actually, that
But
looks really effective. Let's
Turned
just
it
hold that up.
green, which I thought, oh, that's a bit odd. But I quite like it.
I love it. When you did first show me this, and I could see that something clever had been done, but it looks almost as though something's been piped into there
Accident.
and set in resin. It was as though I didn't realise it was a dye you'd used. I thought it was some
Yeah.
embellishment that had been bought that way.
No.
It looks really effective.
So just
Good suggestion from our producer Meg, actually. Meg said this would be a great project if you also covered it with PowerTech so you could put it outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have a lot of power techs,
Do you?
but yeah, I've got it, but I've not used it yet.
You need
It's
to get it
time,
out.
I know.
It's fabulous. Is it a time thing?
Yeah, but we go camping end of June, and then I'm back here just after. So I'm determined to have a go and do something like this, and also I want to do a welly.
A welly?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Do
Oh,
a
that would look
welly.
amazing.
Make a welly. Put some
Yes, you could make a
plants in.
plant pot then, couldn't you,
Yeah.
for outside?
Joe and Mark actually made one for my husband's birthday
Did they?
a couple of years ago.
Oh.
And he loves it, so it needs a pair.
Yeah, of course, that's our Joe comes here, Joe Channon.
Yes.
Do you know, you could do this, I love this project because of using all the scraps, and we've got die cutting machines. We're all going to have dies
Yeah.
that are going to be small enough to work with. You know, you often get the nesting dies with the small one in the middle. You don't have to stick with all the same shape either. I love the fact that this is all hearts, but you could go with random shapes. And as a background, you could go with a circle, a wreath, an oval. You can go with any shape you want. Oh, wow, look at that. You kept that quiet, Carol.
I just
Look at this
remembered.
one.
It's what I brought my
Isn't that
cards
beautiful?
in. Just some butterflies again.
So again, just die cuts in the
Yeah,
same way,
yeah,
using the
exactly
cardstock.
the same.
Isn't that lovely?
Cool, isn't it?
Do you know, I get so envious when I see the guests come in, so organised with pretty things. And I've got sort of yoghurt pots and
I've got them
plastic
as well.
bags and paper bags and broken boxes.
So this is now beginning
I
to
don't have time to be organised.
Oh, not normally. It's only because of the...
I'm going to watch Caroline as we go through the months to see
Okay,
if she'll start off all organised with pretty things, and then in a year's time she'll be dragging in a trolley
Yeah, I will.
with split carrier bags and...
Yeah, that'll be it. Oh well. It will have all good intentions and it all goes wrong.
It is quite funny actually, Caroline. Watch out for the guests and more so myself and the likes of Leonie, who some of the sights you'll see, you know, where we're rushing around with trolleys and boxes and bags and we're laden down and
When I used to go do some demos at Joe's, that's how I was, but then I found Deflecto.
lucky girl. Lucky girl.
Oh, it's a thing to have. So
Beautiful. Let's compare with the finished one. So all you've done here then is put the glossy accents into the main heart.
give that a few minutes and then you can just give it a buff so it,
Of course,
it should
give it
bring
that
to life
sheen.
even
Isn't
more.
that a stunning project? Different effects depending on the type of finish that you're putting on there and also how much of each colour, but it's stunning.
It's metal,
Lovely,
isn't it?
really love that. Thank you, Caroline, that was
You're
gorgeous. Now then, we're going to let you know what else is coming up on Hochanda today because, as I did say earlier, we've got some very exciting shows for you. So let's have a look. Coming up next at 9 o'clock, of course, we've got the Realms of Fantasy one-day special. Anthony's in the building. He's got some guests with him as well, I can see. Wonderful launch last night, so of course it's the 9 o'clock show. Then at 10 o'clock, I'm really excited about this because I'm teaming up with Tea with Tilly. Tilly's here in the studio. She's got some gorgeous items. Can't wait to see what she's brought this time. I can see some of them across the studio and I'm already in love with various ones. And then, of course, we've got, following Tilly, we've got Let Leonie Loose. Leonie's in with the carrier bags and all her broken boxes like me. She's going to be having a wonderful time with some great inspiration as always. Clarity are here today as well. I believe that's Maria that's going to be the guest. So another wonderful show. What a treat you're in for today. Realms of Fantasy back at 1 o'clock. Let Leonie at 2. Oh, Tactile Treasures, please. Come in, Caroline.
Thank you.
Yes, Caroline's joining me for the last few seconds. But what a fabulous day we've got lined up there on the menu. So do stay with us. Caroline, well, it's the planner. Menu's coming up afterwards, but it's a kind of menu, isn't it? Caroline, it's been an absolute delight. You've done such a lovely job.
Thank you.
Hopefully your nerves weren't too bad and you're feeling a little bit more relaxed
All right
now. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful emails. It's so nice to have your emails of support as well. Before we go, let's just see the grey board one more time because this has been one of the stars of the show. Over 60% of the stock has gone and you have got the 2 different microns there. The 1000 micron is the thinner one and then you've got the 2300. I'm just going to put them together again and not breathe.
Such good value for money as well, especially 12 sheets.
There, I can breathe now. Less than 21 pence a sheet. See, Caroline did the work for me. That was really good, Caroline. Thank you. Wonderful value. 12 by 12 sheets, but both different thicknesses as well for a great price because you're getting these for half price, saving £10, £9.99. Item number 681843. Then another popular item on today's show has been those beautiful vintage floral papers. These have been very, very busy. Now £3 saving on these, just £9.99. We saw a lovely demonstration from Caroline at the top of the show. We've got lots more samples as well. We'll show you 1 or 2 more before we go, of course. Just to remind you what you can actually achieve with this gorgeous paper because it takes so much on the surface of it. Gel medium through a stencil.
Yeah.
The glues, no crinkling. I noticed
No,
that, Caroline,
brilliant.
as you put the glue on the back of the paper.
Fab.
You didn't see it.
No.
Your inks, you can throw all sorts at this.
Show
It's
this
something very different. I've never felt paper like it. You're not going to be disappointed.
That was going to be my last demo.
Lovely.
But obviously we ran out of time. But obviously cut the flowers out as well out of the papers, which is what I've done
Of course.
with this.
Yes, some of the bigger designs you can easily
Yeah.
cut them. They're really substantial because how the paper is. It's not flimsy, it's not going to crinkle easily. It's beautiful. use our scraps to do that patchwork effect. I just love that. So very popular these papers have been. You're not going to be disappointed with those when they arrive back at home with you. £9.99, 172024. And then we're going to remind you also of the craft card as well. Not just the craft card, because in the same bundle you're also getting the paper as well. 80 GSM is the paperweight, and the card is 250 GSM. They're getting 25 sheets of the card and 50 sheets of the paper. So that's an awful lot in that bundle as well. Now you can see the paper's being used here to make the flowers. Use die cut, you can crinkle it up, you can use your inks again to colour. They make beautiful flowers and they hold the shape really well, don't they, Caroline?
They do.
And then craft card as the base of the card, but you can make things like the tissue box and cover it with beautiful papers. We love craft card. You know the many purposes it has. And again, it's a great price because you get 75 sheets in total there. 50 of the paper, 25 of the card, £9.99, 103447.
Can I just...
Other items are on the website. Sorry, Caroline.
Sorry. The other thing is when you score it, it doesn't crack. It's a nice crease. It doesn't crack.
Wonderful.
That's the other thing.
You will love it. Much more on the website, so do go to the web, have a look at everything on there, because we've got the vellum. That's been another popular one. Don't forget that watercolour card. That's a great buy. £9.99 for 40 sheets, 300 GSM. Tickets for the Creative Craft Show as well. Come and see us at the NEC. And we're about at the end of the programme now. What a lovely show it's been. Thank you so much, Caroline. It's been an absolute pleasure. Go and get a cup of tea now,
Yes.
have a sit down. You stay with us because we've got fantastic shows coming up.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yes, coming up now. Oh, stay tuned for this one. Realms of Fantasy One Day Special. Matt's here with Anthony and guest. Tea with Tilly, then let Leonie loose.
Would you like to improve your crafting techniques by watching and crafting along with your favourite Hochanda guest demonstrators, all from the comfort of your own home? If the answer is yes, then we are very excited to invite you to Craft Along, where you, our presenters and guests, will create an amazing array of projects throughout the year. So tune in, be inspired and create with Craft Along, your monthly crafting workshop.
Welcome to Club G45 from Graphic 45, the monthly tutorial kit that allows you to create some of the most beautiful projects by accessing a step-by-step video viewable online. This month's tutorial is the Club G45 By the Sea Tag and Pocket Album Kit, containing nesting mini album and matchbook box and swing arm card set projects. You'll get almost everything you need to create these projects from scratch, including access to this month's step-by-step video tutorial and accompanying project sheet. Simply order yours by purchasing item number 545182 for £42.99 plus your postage from hochanda.com, or give us a call on 01733 62000 for instant access to this month's Club G45 from Graphic 45.
Hi, I'm Rob from Add Some Sparkle. My wife Jackie and I have been running Add Some Sparkle since 2010 as a small family business. We're both very passionate about papercraft in general, and Jackie's particularly passionate with paper embroidery, which is one of the main things we focus on now. So make sure you don't miss our Add Some Sparkle shows on Hochanda.
Well, hello there. You're watching live this morning, just after 9 a.m. We have sold out of our one-day special. More on that breaking news story in a second. However, feast your eyes on this wonderful, wonderful display. Ornamental swords, a cascade of swords. We've got dragons and dragon eggs. We've got treasure chests, shields. We have legends. We have lore. We have storybook. Wonderful goodness here for you. And Anthony as well, just as we come into shot together, Anthony. Hello and a very, very good morning to you, Anthony.
Good morning.
Do you know, it struck me. I knew we had a busy one-day special last night. I know
it certainly was.
He's always regularly busy at 6 p.m. anyway, but last night especially
Last night was phenomenal. You know, when we bought the Realms of Fantasy, I think it was back in February, the original one, you know, that proved really, really popular. And this, again, was an addition to that. So if you've already got that set, then by all means, you have got to get this one. You know, the word "got," there's a big thing in there sort of thing, okay? But you really, really do need this set. It's a great addition to the original one, but it's a standalone item as well. You know, you've got the swords there, you've got the shield, and you've got the serpent dragon. Now, the serpent dragon is just such a versatile mould. You can use it just straight out of the mould, or you can manipulate it, pose it. As Laura has done here on the team, she's used two of the same wings to actually make it look like it's flying. So there's lots of different ways you can actually use this.
So clever, so clever. Now, I did start with breaking news that the one-day special had sold out. Don't panic, it sold out overnight, at sometime between 9 p.m. and this morning when we came into work, completely sold out. But we have managed to speak to the powers that be.
We have
it's an extended delivery, isn't it, Anthony, now?
And, you know, the reason it is extended delivery is because, I say, it was so popular, but also, you know, we do not import anything. Everything that we sell is actually made up in South Shield, so it's all UK based.
Yeah, so on extended delivery, it's 17th of June, we'll be looking at on your dispatch date for that. But hey, don't worry, you know, that's only 5 days away. It's neither here nor there. When you think about this, the goblets that you can make from upcycled tins, the dragon eggs with the serpent dragon that you can make.
And then you can even make rings as well. So this is actually using the sword. Okay, so the sword mould is the one you get in the one day special. So you can actually be making a sword. This is the actual small one. I've actually used polymer clay. The polymer clay is actually on the Hochanda website. It's Vividec or Pardo clay, so you can use that, or you can even use the silver clay as well. So there's lots of different mediums that you can actually be using with our moulds.
I love that. The fact that we can even make jewellery using the sword mould, it's phenomenal. But hang on a minute, you've just shown us a wonderful ring there, Anthony, but look at this, using the same mould.
The very same mould. So this is a piece of fan art here from one of our design team, Sam Thompson.
Oh, Sam, hats off to you, I love it.
It's absolutely an amazing piece, and it's not just the front, it's actually decorated around the back as well.
Yeah, I see that.
You know, it is all to do with the detail of these moulds that really, really brings everything out. And Sam's actually used Powertex to produce this one. So, you know, it's just using all the mediums that you've already got at home, that possibly using with your paper crafting as well. You know, when people say what type of glues do we need, what type of paints, it's all the sort of stuff that you're using already in your stash, so you haven't got to go out and buy anything new.
Yeah, not a problem. I mean, you can start, that's what I love about our Katie Sue shows. You can literally buy a couple of moulds, some air dry clay, and away you go.
And away you go. Absolutely.
Literally. You've got the other stuff. You know, you've got the pens, maybe you've got the inks, you've got any other things that you can borrow from friends, but you can do it straight away out of the box. And I love the fact that when I came in this morning as well, albeit it was very trafficky this morning, I only just about made it here. I nearly got stuck in Coventry. But literally, when Anna, my producer, said the one day special is here, and it starts one end and continues down the other, the design team couldn't stop.
You know, my design team, I say it every single time, they are the best.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. They really, really, you know, just do bring everything together so well. And it's great having a team. We've got 10 people in total on the team, and they each bring something completely different, which is fab.
They've excelled, Anthony. We have a crown. We'll show you these in much more detail during the show. A crown, a candlestick, a goblet, a dragon egg. You know, upcycled metal goblets here. You know, you've got gorgeous.
You know, this is the thing we were saying last night. There's very few craft products out there that can tick so many boxes. We've got it from cake decorating to start with. We've got jewellery making.
Yes.
We've got home decor. We've got personalisation. You know, scrapbooking to do covers, journal covers. There's so many different types of craft you can be using these moulds for. So don't just think it's for cake decorating, because it's not. If you want to use them for cake decorating, what we always recommend is that you get a second set.
Yeah, of course. Food grade silicone, use your sugar paste, use your cake making tools, whatever, but have one for the craft room or for the kitchen. Love this.
Oh, this is from Suzanne on the team. a magic wand. There you go. And do you know what? It does work as well, so be careful with it.
Does it? Oh my goodness. All right, well, my wizarding ways are firmly behind me, but I just need to be careful I don't use the wrong words. I might cast a spell by mistake. I don't want it to get us taken off air. Don't want to cause any power cuts or anything. So I'm going to put that down before anything else happens. If you throw it on the ground, might it turn into a real...
you never know, you never know.
Love it. This is amazing. You can see it's amazing. You can have so much fun with these, with Make to Sell, with friends and family, with all sorts of crafting over the coming years, because these are quality moulds. We've already seen so much artwork from the design team, but enjoy this next video. Well, yes, that was pretty heavy-going stuff, wasn't it? I can't wait for season 2 now. But yeah, wow. We've got the alphabet, which we all want.
Yeah, so popular. I've wanted an alphabet that's been larger than all the ones we've brought to you before. This is the one, and it is absolutely brilliant. I said I wanted a chiselled effect, and the guys, the designers actually up at the office in South Shields, they have done a phenomenal job here. It sort of like takes you back to those times when the Romans used to chisel into stone. So it's that type of effect, and it is absolutely amazing. It is a must-have.
Yeah.
It's a great sort of masculine style alphabet that we've actually brought you. You know, the other ones are quite soft, you know, curves. This is nice and bold. It's really a chiselled effect.
It's good. It's really good. It's stone carved lettering. So imagine the fun that you can have with it. You know, with your stony sort of colours,
stones and all that sort of thing. You know, and if you mix the clay so you don't completely mix it, so it's like a marble, and put that into there, then you're instantly going to get that sort of like stone effect as well.
Got like a carved agate. I like it.
So many different uses.
Oh, this is such a good font to get. Seriously, go for it. It's $19.99 plus delivery, but it is on a freedom price as well.
Wow.
And you'll get it for $17.99 including delivery. 673-956. You'll be saving yourself £2 and your delivery costs. It's extremely busy on that. And I don't know. I do know with the one day special we could get extended delivery. I don't know about anything else. So hang in there. The next, let's call it a mini bundle because you get both items.
Yeah, you get both items. And the actual item on its own is actually $14.99. But what we've actually put together is the bundle of not only the dragon scale mould, but you're also going to be getting an A5 journal that has 50 pages, 270 GSM paper, so great for stamping and all your inking, that sort of thing. But it's actually $14.98, so we've actually taken a penny off, but you also get the journal as well.
With a £5
Now, I do believe that one did actually sell out last night, so this one is, I think, on the extended...
Oh, is this already on extended delivery?
I think that one's on extended
Oh, my goodness, yeah, it says on the screen. I trust the screen.
That is really, really great. As well as being used for dragon scales, you can see some of the other things that have been done. You've got mermaid scales or fish scales here. You've actually got an actual fish has been done with it. So we've also got it as a roof tile as well. So again, it's a really, really versatile mould. The really great thing about this mould is that it is completely continuous. So it all interlocks like a jigsaw, so you can create a really large panel that would work perfectly around a cake. Can you imagine that around a cake? It would look phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
All of the possibilities. We do enjoy our KTC programmes, don't we? Look, this is on extended delivery as well, so it did sell out already. It's £5 off, $19.98 normally. It's a really good bundle, actually, because you do get the journal book. Love the fact it's got 250 GSM pages on it. 30% gone on the extended extended dispatch stock now. 795020 to order now. Now, quite a few of the samples have already shown this gorgeous baby dragon, and you might be thinking, where's that from? Well, it's our next mould.
It is. You know, this is for people who probably not necessarily into the realms of fantasy, but it's got that cute appeal to it. And this is such a beautiful little dragon here, and you can see just by the eyes, and you can tell so much by people's eyes, so you can put a lot of character just into the eyes. So it actually comes to you as one mould, but there's different sections to the mould. So you're going to get to the left and the right wing, and you're also going to be getting one of the arms on there to place to actually create a little dragon. So you can again sort of like pose that to a certain extent. You can move his tail down. You could have him actually without no wings. He could then just become like a dinosaur.
Like a dinosaur
so it's entirely up to you how you actually use it when you come to start crafting.
Yeah, he or she is really cool, that
is.
mini dragon.
So
we love him. Dragon or dinosaur, depending on how you want to play with the mould. Fully posable as well, which is brilliant to know, Anthony, from what you've just said. You can tell from the number of samples that he or she is featured on how popular he is with the design team. 2/3 of the stock gone already. So that's a lovely little sample, that, to be able to make a 3D, a charm style. 204785 to order now. So, yeah, everything's popular. Everything's busy. So whatever you want, I'd order as soon as you can. There is more on the website as well. So check hochanda.com. You've got things like your shields, your swords, your serpent dragon, and also your little dragon as well, your cute dragon, as well as that really cool alphabet. That is on extended delivery. OK, thank goodness that is. So it did sell out. I wasn't certain. I hadn't had that conversation yet this morning. So that has been just fed to me now. That's on extended delivery now. So yes, 17th of June also for that, coming from South Shields. You've then got the continuous dragon scales mould. You can get it there with your journal book. Dragon eyes as well. Ooh, yeah. That might be a lovely add-it to your order today. And all for your scrapbooking and journaling and bookkeeping and book upcycling and box making. You've got your hinges and screws, as well as your belt straps and buckles and locks and keys too. Oh, and don't forget dragon claws. Any good, what do you call it now, spell that you're mixing in your cauldron, you need a couple of dragon claws.
You certainly do. You certainly do.
Oh, wow, Anthony, this project.
Right, this is a clock. Okay, so it's using lots of the elements that we have on the one day special, and also the previous Realms of Fantasy collection as well. So if you haven't got that, we've got the claws on there, we have got the belt straps there. So there's lots of different, and the key, the lock. So you can see how well it all works together. Now, I purposely haven't used the mould because, for one, it hasn't got numbers, but you can obviously turn this into just Roman numerals, the I's, the X, and the V's and the C's. Yeah. So if you want to sort of like, and that's the sort of like the theme that you'd want to go for anyway. Yeah. But I've actually used swords here to actually point out where the numbers are.
Which I think is a great idea. As soon as I looked at this, I thought, wow, what an idea, what a good idea that is.
So let's just show you how to use our moulds. So you can see, like I said, there's lots of different moulds that I've used on this particular project, but the actual weight of it, apart from the MDF, is actually very light.
Okay, yeah, because it's air dry clay, isn't
because
it?
Because it is air dry clay.
So
the air dry clay is actually made from paper and glue. Okay, so there's no real weight to it whatsoever. Yeah. So I'm just mixing some clay here. We've actually got some white hearty clay and a bit of brown. Yeah, okay. But you can obviously colour it afterwards, entirely up to you. So with our one day special, let's just recap the moulds you're actually going to be getting. You're going to be getting this one here, which is our shield, and then you're also going to be getting this one here, that is the two swords. Now with that you can actually extend the size of the swords, and I can show you how to do that. And then we've got this beauty here, which is the big serpent dragon. Now again, with this one you can actually convert it and you can pose it. So let me just quickly show you how to actually extend the dragon, okay, and then we'll come back to that little demonstration, because I think it's really important, just so you can see how versatile this particular mould is. So what we need to do is just get some corn flour onto a brush and just brush that in. What that's going to help do, Matt, is basically just help release that clay. Yeah. Now, as we all know, where it comes to air dry clay, you just got to make sure that the clay is just right to use. If it's too tacky, then majority of the time it's going to stick into your mould, but don't worry if it does, because you will be able to get it out. Okay, so just maybe take some out and let it just dry for maybe 5-10 minutes. Okay, so pop that into the mould, like so. Now I use a Dresden tool, but you can be using an embossing tool, as long as it's not a sharp item that could possibly or potentially cut into the mould itself. So you can use your fingers just to squeeze it in there, but like I say, my personal preference is to use a Dresden tool. I just find it a little bit easier, but entirely up to you. You'll soon get to know what's
your knack.
You know, everyone's slightly different. Right, so I'm not going to fill the whole of the dragon here. This is just purely to show you how versatile this one is. So that is the mould as it stands. We've just made sure the clay is just inside, so it's not on this top part of the mould. All you need to do then is just give it a little bit of a flex, like so, and you can see it just pops out.
This is using quality clay, quality moulding.
There we go, and you can see there
the detail. Scales.
So to actually extend him, right, we're just going to pop it back into the mould, but rather than put it where it came out, we're just going to move it up. Okay, just to about there. Okay. And now we can go back in and we can extend him. Okay, so let's just pop that one into there, and because of all those dragon scales, you know, you're not really going to see a join.
No.
So there's a silver crown just there, Matt.
Yeah.
And that's the one there. And you can see design team member there, who is Debbie. She has actually gone all the way around that crown just by doing that particular technique.
She's continued it. Let me show you the start there. Look, here we go. Look, whoosh, whoosh.
All the way around.
Literally all the way around. Whoosh.
So obviously when it's at
down.
that sort of level, you can actually then pose it, you know, you could have it in a circle. It's entirely up to you how you do it.
It's incredible.
So let's just, again, we'll just take this one out of the mould. And there we go. You know, you can indeed just continue to make the dragon as long as you like. Okay, so that's as simple as that. Yeah. So I'm just going to leave that.
Thank you for showing us that, Anthony, because if you had seen the crown, you'd have wondered. So that's a really good demonstration.
Then we've got the sword as well. Okay, and that's exactly the same. So we're just going to pop that one into there. Okay, so just pop the clay all the way in, and again, just press that down using your Dresden tool or your ball tool. And this is where you do really need it, because you know your fingers can't get in there that easy, and you want to push down the clay to make sure you pick up all of the fine detail in the moulds, because when you actually look at our moulds, you know, you see detail, but when you actually push the clay in, and I always say whenever I do a show, just go and grab yourself some gilding wax of some sort, because it's really going to help just lift all of that detail. So just keep on pushing that in and then just taking out, and as I said before, just make sure there's no clay actually on the top part of that mould.
Over 10% of the extended delivery stock's already gone as well.
Wow.
It's very, very busy.
So, again, we're wanting to extend the length of this particular sword. So what I do with this one, because these are so flexible, if we were just to pull that clay out, 9 times out of 10, the little handles are going to come off. So I just flex it to start with, and then when we get to the point of the handles, literally just bend that over and you'll see that just pops out. Okay.
Yes.
So to extend it again, just like the dragon we did before, just move the sword upwards, okay? And then you can just continue and extend that. So let's just place that into there.
Great techniques to use on both moulds to be able to do that.
So they are very versatile, and obviously likewise, if you want to create a dagger, then you just make it shorter.
Make it
so
shorter,
it's entirely up to you how you actually use that. Let's just pop that, let's take that out and we'll just pop it back like so, and then just press that in and just go all the way to the end, just a little bit more clay.
And there we go, amazingly, it's a different sword.
And now we've extended that sword, so this is actually one of the hands that's actually going to be on the clock. So let's just pull that out just very carefully. So now we have a long sword. It's got a little bit of a lump there. That's no worries. Just pop that back into the mould.
You can remould it, can't you? You can just press it
and
in.
just press that down like that, just to hide it.
All in this live demonstration to see it. It's so good to be able to see this.
And then just make sure that it's as straight as possible. Okay, and then just put it onto a bit of kitchen cloth, and then that's going to dry. So I normally leave it overnight, but something like that, you know, it's probably going to take a couple of hours.
Yes, there's not much depth to the clay on with that particular sword, is there? So drying time, an hour or two or 3 hours.
So we've got the other one, which is our shield. Okay, so again, we've already put some corn flour in there, and you can use your fingers on this one, you know, because there's no real fine detail in it. The detail is all in the texture with this particular one. It's a little bit of a battle damaged sword, so you can see where possibly another shield has whacked into, or a sword. has taken a blow at it.
It's been defending, hasn't it? It's been defending the city walls, the realms.
It has indeed. So if you've got lots of clay, like we have there, then just use a rolling pin. Don't apply too much pressure, and then just take that off, and then that just removes some of that. And like I say, just make sure that you tuck all of that clay on the inside, and then when you're happy, literally again just flex it out. And that's why we have this lip around the moulds. Just put your fingers on, just give a little bit of a wiggle, and there we go. That's your shield. So what we're going to do, like on the actual sample here of our clock,
we're making headway with this.
We're actually going to do the dragon's head on top, so that fits perfectly, as do a lot of the other moulds. They're also on the show as well. So we're just going to tuck him on there. And because the clay is still tacky, it will stick to itself. So like I say, it is basically just glue and paper. So just press that down, and then I'm looking for a craft knife just here, and then we're just going to cut that just very carefully, like so. Any clay that's left over,
remould it.
It can be reused. So again, we're just going to leave that one to dry. So that's how, you know, we've created that one. Now, Suzanne on the design team, she has created some really nice napkin rings using that same sort of technique. So lots of different ways you can actually do that, and they're right at the far end.
I'll go and find them at some stage.
So getting back to our little project here, so we've got the dragon's claws. Like I say, they are another mould from the first set. They're also on the show.
We briefly saw them on the web. Yeah, they are on this show, so you'll be able to find them.
It's a great addition, you know, to.
Oh, sorry, they've sold out. We
were
going to put the details on. Anna, our lovely producer, was going to put the details on the screen. She said, "Oh no, I won't. No, they're sold
gone.
out." So if you did spot those, we did give them a brief mention at the start of the show. She'll see what she can do. She's probably going to disappear for a couple of minutes. So, okay, bye. She's going to go and make a phone call.
See what you can do. So that's the claws. So we're actually using Viva Decor Inca Gold. Okay, that is available on the Hochanda website in various different colours. Okay, so we're just going to go for, let's just get a brown. Okay, so I'm just going to bring a brown in here, and then this is how quick and easy it is actually to paint this up. So these are water based, and this is the dragon here that we've painted black. So literally just brush that on, just fairly dry, like so.
And that's a wonderful way you can bring out the detail in these amazing moulds as well.
It certainly does.
Because if you think they're detailed on the plain clay, when you pull it out of the mould, you haven't seen anything until you've used gilding wax or mica paints, or in this case, like a water-based.
So let's just add a little bit more colour here. Let's see, I've probably got a darker colour, just to add a little bit. I'll tell you what, we'll actually go for a copper colour as well. Okay, on there. So again, just highlight just some of the areas. So just these scales on the front there. A couple of those bits there.
So we're going to pop details on the screen for the claws now, because they are on extended delivery.
Right, okay.
So yeah, we have managed to secure some.
Good.
So if you are wondering about the claws that are on this clock, which almost coincidentally could have marked the number 3, nearly, next to the sword.
So we're just going to add a little bit of like a lighter colour just onto some of its horns there, just to help bring those out. But you know, any colour's going to work. Any colour's going to work that you've got. You could be using metallic paints. You know, it's just down to preference, really.
I mean, this is like a really dark and moody, you know, sort of metallic, gothic example here, with a hint of colour in the sword handles and the claws.
That's right.
But you know what? Go full on fantasy pinks and purples and light blues
you know
if you want. You know,
absolutely.
That's the freedom of the clays, isn't it?
That is the great thing about using the clay, because you can, as I said, you know, at the top of the show, is basically all of those products that you have got already in your craft stash, you can be using to colour this. So as you can see, we're just going to go in there, just add a little bit more water there. So just paint that in, and hopefully by the end of all the shows today, that's if it lasts.
If it lasts, we are an extended delivery on the one day special.
We may actually have a working clock. Okay. So that's that part, and then we're just going to go around just very quickly, just around the outer part of the shield. Okay, just very, very quickly, and you can see this is actually a very big brush. Okay, it's not a fine brush.
3-tone metallic effect. You're getting a really good effect with this. Just a bit of gold, bit of bronze, copper,
all the way round. Whoops. So you can really go to town. So just paint that in. And like I said, drying time for something like the dragon that we've just done there, I would recommend, like I say, overnight, just to be on the safe side. If you're going to be using wet mediums, just make sure that you're not applying too much water also to your brush, because the clay is basically just paper and glue. It can go a bit mushy if there's too much water content on your mediums. Okay, let's see if I have another colour. I'm looking for a darker colour. Maybe we haven't got a dark colour, we'll go for another gold here. Okay, just a little bit of a highlight just on there. So
if you've got the detail in the mould, you might as well use it. Pick it out.
Yeah, and you know, it is just very, very lightly just brushing that on. Okay, and just a little bit on there. Okay, I think we'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. So we've got the swords there as well. So we just add a little bit of detail or a little bit of colour to the swords there. Okay, so again, just brush that down. And basically the whole of this was basically just white clay, stuck it down onto the MDF shape, and then just coloured it just using the Viva colours. That's
you'd never believe it, would you?
There is.
You'd never believe it. But we know the products. Us watching now, we know what you've used, you've shown us, but anyone looking at this, anyone appreciating, anyone that we might be selling it to or giving it to, is just going to be filled with amazement at how it's been made and how it looks so incredible.
So, you know, you can keep on just going over bits and brushing them back. I always like to put another colour on top there, just so it looks a little bit more old, but entirely up to you. We've got the key there. The key is also from the original set, from the Realms of Fantasy. So I'm pretty sure, have we got that one in stock?
Well, yeah,
still?
you should have been able to get the key, for example, the keys and the locks and the straps and everything. So if you did get hold of the Realms of Fantasy and, like, let's call it the first release, this is like a definite purchase on your follow-up one-day special today. The keys are still there. I was just playing for time there while
Lots
we check the web. £9.99 plus delivery to order. However, they are limited stock on the locks and keys.
So let's just colour that one in gold. Okay, and then again we're just going to add a little bit of the brown to that just to age it. Okay, so like so. Then we've also got the crown. Now the crown isn't actually part of the Realms of Fantasy range, but it does work so well. Again, we do have that on the show as well. Okay, so again, just age that a little bit on there. Okay, and let's just bring in those hands that we've actually made, Matt.
Keys are sold out, unfortunately.
Sorry about that. Oh, wow. Yeah. So these are the two hands that we'll add probably another show. So you've got the large hand with the extended sword, and then you've got the shorter one there as well. So that's how you can start to bring together your projects using all of those ones. Another great one, just quickly, is the cogs as well.
Yeah.
We also have that one on the show as well.
Yeah. Check that. Because I don't remember seeing them, but I'll trust you, Anthony.
I think that's pretty much on there as well.
I trust you. Hochanda.com to log on and have a look at everything on today's programme, including the serpent dragon, the swords, the claws, the keys and the locks
and
as well.
There as well.
The one-day special is just superb. It's just absolutely superb. You love it. You can see why so many people have been getting hold of this. It is on extended delivery, 347-393 to order on the one-day special now. The deal of the day did sell out earlier on, but a couple have just bounced back. So just to mention this, Anthony, don't you grab one of the last ones here. But that is available now, and it is a double pack. You've got your pockets and inserts with your scrapbook folder. It did sell out this morning. It's $11.99 plus delivery, but a couple have bounced back. You've got the inserts inside there as well. A sneaky little heads up that you can get that now. So this show now, though, is about the one-day special, and it is a one-day deal available while stocks last. I say that with a little tinge of, because it sold out last night, but it is on extended delivery, thank goodness. Enjoy this next video. See, this is part 2, as it were, so I hope you got part 1 several weeks back, but if you didn't, never fear, have a little look on the website and see what's still in stock and build your collection starting from today. And this is the Realms of Fantasy with your dragon, the serpent dragon in the middle. You've got your shield mould, where you've got that wonderful, wonderful shield there that you can see on the right-hand side, and your swords, the larger sword and the smaller sword. If you want to extend the sword or make it shorter to make a dagger, because you never know when the south might come visiting, or those people from the north might come down, you know, the north and south thing on that programme. But then you've got the front cover with the scales. We'll get to that in a second, because that's like a combination mould that you can get hold of today to go with. But look at that, for the front of a journal, for the face of a clock, the surface of a crown, some 3D fan art as well. Really liking the 3D fan art. And then you've got your goblets here too, the MDF chests and boxes and wooden boxes as well that we've all got at home. The things that you can make, things that you can upcycle. Just love the idea of being able to make and sell, make and enjoy, and make for friends and family that love a little bit of the fantasy side of things, the realms of fantasy. And well, we've got so many different things in the world, haven't we, that are fantastical. You know, we've got video games, we've got TV shows, we've got books and board games that all embrace fantasy and have elements of that make-believe. Or is it make-believe? Is it real? Is all this fake, you know, all around us now? But is this the real world that we're representing today? Have a little think. Do you know at least one person? Because I bet you know more than one. I bet you know loads of people that would really appreciate this. There's loads of us here at work at Hochanda Towers that are enjoying all this. There are people that literally visiting the studio this morning just to look at the samples, because it is a museum. It's an art gallery. It's worth coming in to see. Why would you sit in an office 10 metres away and just think, oh yeah, that one day special looks good? No, you'd come in and have a look at it, because it's that cool. So that's what's going to be the effect when you've made things with this. Love that sample there, because it shows that you don't have to just use gothic colours. You've got pinks and blues in there. You've got cards that you can personalise using that Roman font. You've got the front cover of photo albums as well, like family albums and family trees, you know, to be able to do. You've got Home Sweet Home, but instead of a Home Sweet Home, you've got Welcome to My Kingdom, or Welcome to Our Kingdom, you know. We love this. And the dragon eye, the dragon scales, or mermaid scales if you want, the dragon claws, the fonts, they all tie in with this. This is like a collection of moulds that work together. You could get so much out of one though, couldn't you? But 2 or 3 is what you're getting in the one day special. You're getting the shield, you're getting the swords, and you're getting that serpent dragon. 3 hot moulds. However, we are approaching 30% of 20%. Sorry, I'm misleading you. 20%. I had somebody in here going 20. 20% of the stock gone, in a nice way, of course, but in a sort of very corrective way. You know, yeah. Just like when one of my children drops it, it's like pick it up. So 347 393 to order now on the one day special. 20, not 30% of the stock is already gone on the extended delivery, so sold out once already, and this has got to last, hopefully got to last for Anthony's demonstration's sake, and also for our schedules. We've got 3 shows lined up today at 9, 1 and 5, so hopefully our stock lasts, but you never know. If it goes early, it goes early, but grab it while you can. So as we move this way, you'll be able to see our really cool carved Roman font. It is like or Greek, you know, you can imagine it carved into a Greek pillar or a Roman archway, couldn't you? It's not limited stock, please ignore that, but it is on extended delivery. So this is called the Iron Alphabet, but it's like a stone carved shadowy. Can you see the packaging just behind the mould? Can you see where you've got that drop shadow? That's how it's been carved. The O you don't have to do with the line through it. You could just have it as a normal O, but with the line through it, it's typical, you know, of that fantasy. There's a game on one of the consoles, something of war, and the O is like that. And then there's the TV show of Thrones. Yeah, you know it, Matt Safflon. She's like, yeah, great game, that, great game. You know why? It's a single player game with a great story with no microtransactions. Anyway, I'll get off my high horse with gaming. But you've got your O there, you can use the line through it if you want, you don't have to. But massively, massively cool thing that Anthony said earlier on, Roman numerals is genius. The X's, the 1s, the V's, the C's, the M's, we mentioned them all of those you can have as Roman numerals. So you've got a numbers set here as well, 673956 to order now on your iron alphabet. It's like carved. Yeah. Forgot what it was for it. It's alphabet, yeah. Then we've got the scales and the journal. Now, this is a really, really cool journal with 250 GSM pages in it. And you've got the front cover, the grey board style front cover that you can put, you know, scrapbook pages and moulds and clay onto. And really importantly, Anthony earlier on told us that the scales mould, which is approaching 40% of the stock gone, and that's on extended delivery. The scales mould is continuous, so you can continue it if you want. So if you want it to go round a cake or over a book or something, it will be continuous for you. Very popular set. This 795020 to order. You're saving your £5. And then the baby dragon. The baby dragon. There's another video game this is reminding me of, actually. Yeah. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So, you know, the baby dragon, there's a dragon that my children watch on TV in the morning as well, on Milkshake on Channel 5. There's the other channels are available, you know, other drinks are available as well. But yeah, there's a real cuteness to this. But Anthony also said, another bit of gold dust he came up with, is it's all in the eyes. It's all in the eyes. We're approaching 3/4 of the stock gone. You know, it's on immediate delivery as well. £14.99 plus delivery, 204785. So if you do prefer the more cutesy, cartoony, baby style, perfect with the school holidays on the way as well. I know it only feels like Jane's just gone back after half term, but perfect with all that on the way. And you've got perfect for make to sells as well for birthdays and things like that. You did it, you're on fire. Congratulations. Yeah, so you could play with that dragon. My son got a brilliant birthday card this year. Oh no, it was my daughter actually. My daughter got a brilliant birthday card from somebody where the dragon was blowing out the candles, but it was a play on the fact that the dragon can't blow out his own candles because he's just setting his birthday cake on fire, because it's like, oh, you know, dragons can't blow out. Anyway, so you could do that. You could sort of steal that idea and have this baby dragon trying to blow its candles out on a cake. Or a card. So go for it. It's on the website as well. You'll find everything. It's hochanda.com for all that. This is the one-day special. So the 3 things you're looking at there are all for the one-day special. They're available singly, or at least they were anyway. But they are in the bundle where you get the saving of £10. So you might as well buy them there and get the saving. And then you've got the other things which we've already looked at there. The lettering, the scales. This is it. This is the things we looked at briefly but haven't seen out in live. You've got your dragon eyes, you've got your hinges and screws, your belt straps and buckles, and your locks and keys. So yeah, it's all really good stuff. We're back with Anthony.
We are indeed. Yeah. Now we all know at KC Designs that we have a design team. Okay, yeah. We have 10 ladies, but do you know what? We also have another design team. Okay. And this is our junior design team. Okay, so the junior design team go from about 6 years to about 9 years old. Okay, and they're the kids of obviously the mums.
I love this idea.
So this is just to show that yes, as adults, we can have a bit of crafting fun, but you know what? Kids can as well, and that's what's really important. Get them off those consoles, get them out in front of those screens, and they can have fun as well. So let's just quickly go through some of the designs that our design team have actually come up with. So we've got this one here, and you can see he's actually used. This is Harry. Yeah. So he's used the serpent there, and he's added the wings. And how patriotic is this? St. George. Yeah. And you can see he's put the word hero there, using that beautiful font that is the iron one.
this idea.
We've got this one here, and this is from Kurt. Okay, Kurt is 6 years old. He's had real fun here. Look at this. He's got the shield. We've got the cute little dragon. We've got the key there that was from the original set, and we've also got the shield there. Again, a really fun
that,
design.
Kurt. Really good.
He's got a brother, Richie. Richie loves to dig in the garden, as you can see. So what he's actually done here, he's actually created a little fossil.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Great idea. And you can see a little spade he's drawn there. Absolutely beautiful one there from Richie. And then we've got,
I love that.
We've got Isabella. Now, Isabella loves her crafting, and as you can see, what she's done here, she's put a little dragon there, and she's put some other little characters there just popping out of the egg. But again, it's all fun. Just goes to show that kids can have fun with K2C Designs molds. Which brings on to us this one here that we're going to be doing next. So this is actually for Bella. This is for her room. Okay. So this is, we're getting away from the grungy look that we've had with all the other sort of like gothic-y style. So we're going to go pinks and purples, which are her favourite colours. Okay. So what we've actually used here is
Can you say hats off to the mini design team?
Absolutely.
I love that idea.
Absolutely.
And as far as I know, K2C are the only supplier to have ever done that. We always say it, we always speak about it,
but we actually do.
I salute you for that. I'm going to put these really safely somewhere.
There we go. Super. So we've already put some corn flour in the mould there, and we're just pushing this one down. Okay. And obviously, you know, I'm not going to do it in entirety, but I'll show you how it works. Okay, because this is a continuous mould. So just put whatever colour clay you want. We've used pink in this instance. Okay, and if you want, you can put a rolling pin, but if we just flex that out, you can see how amazing that detail is. Okay, now like I say, it is a continuous mould, so continuous obviously in the word. These are 3 sections. Okay, and you will see, Matt, that they do interlock. So yes, you can go around a cake, but not only do they interlock that way, they also interlock both top and also bottom as well. So it's a real good texture mould. So let's get back to Isabella's little one here. We've already shown you how the shield works. So again, we're just going to scrumple this clay up. Okay, so we know how the shield works, but we can actually go for the little dragon. Okay, this time around. So we're using the One Day Special sword shield. We've got that crown, which I think is a must-have, available on the website. But let's just actually use this one. So we're just going to dust this out with a little bit of corn flour in his wings there as well. Just give that a tap out, and then we're just going to push the clay inside here. And there's lots of detail. This is such a beautiful little mould, and like I said, you know, it is all in the eyes and how you pose it to make how super cute it can actually be. Okay, so let's just push that one down like so into all of the detail. Like I say, with this particular mould, you've got the wings, you've got the main body with the tail there, and then you've got another arm. And the idea is you just basically place everything together to form your cute little dragon afterwards. So let's just pop that in there and go all the way around. Okay, let's just push the clay in. And it's very important, like I say, to take it off so it's not on the top part of the mould, because you'll find it will stick a little bit more when you actually try to take that out. So just make sure that all of the clay is actually in the mould, not spilling out. Just push that in there. Okay, and then when you're happy with that, I just press down just to make sure that you're picking up on all of that beautiful texture that is in the moulds. Okay, give that a little bit of a flex. Okay, like so. Now you will have to be careful with the tail of this one, because that one is quite delicate. But because it is clay, you know, if it doesn't come out of the mould first time, doesn't matter. Just mash it back up again and pop it back.
So, take your time. Just take your time as well. Just do what you're doing. Just tease it out.
There we go. And there is our perfect, cute little dragon. How cute is that? And like I say, the eyes are just so good for painting. Right, so let's just pop that aside for the moment. We're just going to add his little arm, okay, or her little arm in this case, as it's a little pink dragon. So again, just using the Dresden tool, just pop that in there. Okay.
One Day Special on the left-hand side of your screen, but also the little dragon mould that we're using is at the bottom of the screen at the moment.
Okay, just pop that into there, and then again, just push that out like so, and then you can just basically pop that together, and then just push the arm, and because the clay is still tacky, that will stick to itself. Okay, so something like that's probably going to take a few hours to dry. And again, just pop it onto the kitchen cloth, and that will help take all the moisture away there. So getting back to our little project here, it is just an MDF piece of material, okay, from Olifanchi. It's also on Hochanda.
You'll find Olifanchi there.
So I've just painted our little dragon there. We've also got the wording there, so I'm just going to stick the dragon, and then we'll look at the mould that has the alphabet on. So we're just going to use a little bit of the silicone glue, just pop a little bit on the tail there, okay, and stick that into position. Then we've got the 2 wings. Like I say, if you want to have it more of a dinosaur, then just simply don't add the wings, you know. That is what is so good about these sort of moulds, where you can add or not add the detail. Right, so that's that part there. We're just going to go for, make sure the A is going to fit on there. So let's just pop.
Because you've got quite a lot of texture on your base, is it quite useful then to use a 3D glue?
It is, rather than a PVA style. Yeah, without a doubt, Matt. Okay. And also, because you have got that texture there, this glue does really key in nicely.
Okay.
So just pop the crown in place as well. So little crown there, and then we've just got the sword as well. So that's again in pinks and golds to go in with the theme. So just pop that in, and then we'll show you how those letters work as well. So just pop that about there. We're just going to stick this one down, then I'll show you how to use the mould there. So again, just a bit of the silicone glue. So that is our little door plaque there for Bella or Isabella.
Okay. And you could have lots of lettering with you on a craft stall ready, and you could have
do
these
that. You could
ready to sell.
personalise. That's what's really important. So just move that aside for a moment. Let's just bring in our fantastic mould.
Yes, this is the iron alphabet.
So this is the iron alphabet, and it has got that real beautiful chiselled effect on there.
Bottom of the screen for this.
So again, we're just using a bit of corn flour there just to dust in, okay, and just tap out. Now, to get a purple clay, okay, everyone would automatically think red and blue. But what I actually do is the cyan colour that is in one of the packs, and also the magenta. That makes the best purple.
Okay. Cyan and magenta, okay. So across, that's 2 different packs, I believe, from memory. But it's all right, you're collecting them all anyway. If you're anything like us at home, well, you know.
But you know what, even if you haven't, or you can't go to getting 2 separate packs. And what I recommend, just go for the white and then just colour it with the products you've already got at home. So don't think that you can't achieve a purple.
Yeah, aqua inks that you might have, alcohol inks that you
Absolutely, might have. So again, just pull out all of the clay, and it's really, really important here to get a nice clean finish on these letters. Okay, so again, just using a Dresden tool or your fingers or a ball tool, as long as it's nothing sharp, and then just press that in, okay, like so, and then just flex that mould. Now obviously, because it's an A, it's got the bit in the middle there, so just tease it out, and
very sharp.
There we go. That's the sort of detail you can be achieving. And like you say, if you're doing craft stalls, that sort of thing, make loads of them, and then you can personalise when somebody comes up. Like my name, everyone always spells it with an H. It hasn't got an H.
Yes.
So, you can create something unique to that person.
Yeah, I mean, you have these letters ready to go, have them plain, ready to be coloured as well. But you could have the plaques and just say, you know what, buy a plaque, I'll personalise it now for you. It'll take 5 minutes.
Mix and match. You could have a couple of different dragons and the dinosaurs previously.
Yeah,
it's no end what you can be achieving.
Possibilities is what we want. Oh, Anthony's a brilliant demonstration so far today. I love what the design team have done for us as well. I mean, the show has been made with the live demonstrations and the wonderful, wonderful designs from all of the artists on the team, 10 design team members, and also the junior design team too. Really strong work from everybody. Have a look at the website, hochanda.com. You've got your shield, you've got your swords, and you've got your serpent dragon. They're all in your one-day special, and you're getting all of them together with a £10 saving. Count those savings, £10 saving on those. But then you've got some extra little bundles here and all the other moulds, which we've not really focused on that much. But you've got things like your dragon eyes, you've got your hinges and screws, and belt straps and buckles as well. Oh, and then don't forget your locks and keys and dragon claws too. But the one-day special, the brand new launch today, is why we're here. and you've got your shield. Well, it's launched last night at 6 p.m, but right now, today, and all day today until 6 p.m, you've got your one-day special, and you can get it with a £10 saving while stocks last, because it's sold out at some point between 9 p.m. and this morning. I think it was probably sometime between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. actually. It was that limited last night, but it is on extended delivery, where you can get hold of your wonderful one-day special now and today. Loving the samples. You know, I just think that there is everything from, you know, if you love your magicians, certain magicians that are popular in books and TV shows and films, you know, you've got your wand. So coming from the wand you have here. Now I don't want to say the wrong thing or utter a spell while I'm holding it, so I need to put that down very carefully indeed. Thank goodness. You know, you're upcycling your silverware maybe. You know, if you've got like an antique piece of silverware or pewter or something, and it's a one-off, and you think, do you know what, I want to do something special with that. Take a goblet and make something very, very special and recognisable from it. If you've got a set of wine glasses or a random wine glass from a charity shop, or you had a set of 4, and one's broken, and you know you got 3 left. You know, it was a bit odd now. You know, unless it's me inviting 2 people around, it's just going to be a bit weird with 3 wine glasses. You know, upcycle them and you know, take those random items of glassware and make them different, make them fresh. You know, a dragon egg as well is just such an iconic thing for those that enjoy this whole fantastical idea as well, realms of fantasy with the books. Love the fact that you can play with colour as well. Do you know, I'm getting sort of Chinese vibes from this as well, like a Chinese antique maybe. That I don't know why, but that's something I'm feeling just with the colour, the red and the gold, I suppose, and the multicolours and the green there. But that's an upcycled candlestick, but made totally different. There, and this is when the design team member phones in and says, it's not a candlestick, it's a bit of banister that I've stolen off a friend, so they've not got a banister anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But then the crown as well. The crown is absolutely fantastic too. This was Anthony's trick of being able to continue the serpent dragon around. So that's actually one mould, but done continuously with several pieces of clay all the way around that crown. Absolutely marvellous that. And then just over my shoulder as well, you've just got the most striking piece of art. If I just stand back here, I mean, you know, when we say make to sell, I know exactly how hard it is because I've stood there in a very cold craft fair, you know, month in, month out. But I'm going to say it's possible, isn't it? To make something like this, it's so worth it to a friend or a family member. You know, you've made something that has taken hours and hours, and if you're going to make something like this to sell, you'd have to seriously charge for it to get your time back. But would somebody, you know, what value would you put on something like this? Some people spend thousands on bits of art and things in big cities around the world. So, yeah, that's, again, a striking piece of art. We love everything that we've got here. So have a little think now. Have you got things that need covering, need upcycling? Chests, canvases, maybe wooden chests, MDF chests that I've got down here, glassware. Well, over a quarter of the stock is already gone on the one-day special extended delivery. So it is extended delivery at the moment. Is it going to last? We're on extended on a sellout from last night. It sold out just between 9 and 10 p.m, I think, by my reckoning. But a quarter of the extended delivery stock has gone. We've got about 3 minutes, Anthony.
3 minutes, okay. Yeah. So we're going to talk about another type of clay. We touched on this last night. That's polymer clay. So air dry clay is great if you're going to be doing sort of like mixed media, like the plaque there, etc. And by the way, that's been used with Powertex as well. Okay, so again, another great medium there that you can be using with with
yeah,
moulds
the
to
fabric
create
at the
a
top, I see
fabulous
that, yeah.
piece of art. But polymer clay is an oven-baked clay, okay? And this is from one of our design team, Victoria, who's made this bangle. So this is using the serpent dragon, okay? And she's actually wrapped it around a piece of polymer as well to create this absolutely amazing bangle. And you can see the beautiful detail, and, you know, maybe, you know, I would put some gilding wax or something on there to bring it out even more, but she's gone for that rustic look, which is absolutely beautiful. And like I say, so this is oven baked. Now, it's on about personalisation. So I've got the shield here, okay, and I've put some polymer clay in there already because it's a little bit more difficult to work with, okay. Now, Pardo clay from Viva Decor is available on the Hochanda website, so go and grab some. It's a really, really good clay. I actually use all of that anyway, funny enough. Yeah. So even the ring that I made earlier, which is actually on here, which is actually on a ring stand. Yeah. You know, how cool is that? That's so brilliant. And the ring stand made using the... So Karen's actually made the ring holder, and I made the ring. Again, this is polymer clay, but you could be using the silver clay as well. So that fits perfectly on there. So back to our polymer clay here. So to personalise it, literally I have just put some polymer clay in there, and as I said last night, just score the back, okay, because we want to stick it onto something else, okay, if you should so wish to key it, and you can put like a shield back to back, okay, and just give that a little bit of a wiggle like so. So, you know, you could actually stick it onto the back of that one because polymer clay doesn't shrink, okay, and then put the hole through it before you actually oven bake it, otherwise you're going to have to get your drill out, okay. So just using a ball tool, just pierce a hole in there, then using the alphabet mould, that we have, the iron alphabet mould, then you can start to personalise it. I've got an A on here, and then the next step is to use all your metallic paints, and that's the sort of the look that you can be achieving. So it's just brushing, bit of dry brushing there on that to bring out all that amazing detail, and just put some varnish over it. Again, it's about personalisation. Yes, you could possibly have that on your stand as well, lots of different letters.
You're so good as well, Anthony and Matt, the fact that we've shared, the show, you know, we've shared the 9 AM show. Anthony, we're going to share the 1 PM show as well this afternoon.
Indeed.
Stock dependent, of course, is going fast on that one-day special. Quarter of the stock on in the extended. Thank you, Anthony. Bye-bye. So that 1 day special is going fast. A quarter of the stock gone on the extended delivery already. Tea with Tilly next. Let Leonie loose and crafting with clarity. All still to come.
Wakey wakey, rise and shine. Welcome to Good Morning Hochanda, your daily breakfast fix of your favourite crafts at 7 AM. Whilst you're getting ready to start the day, join us every morning for the deal of the day. A product available at a special price but only for 24 hours or while stocks last. Part of your morning routine should also be the sunrise specials. Your favourite crafting items available at a special low price but only for the hour. Tune in to Good Morning Hochanda and start your day with a deal.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there.
I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have. Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, You could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 88888. So don't forget you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive freedom discounts, members badge and members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hochanda, of course. Now we've got our lovely Tilly back. Oh, we've got Tea with Tilly, a new format for a show.
I know. I get to
We've missed you.
Oh, bless you. I've missed you as well. Thank you.
We've been I've been looking forward to this show because we've not worked together in this capacity before.
No.
We have known each other for quite some time.
We have.
We've crossed paths.
Said hello in the green room.
Situation.
I know.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about what's happening today, but also I think you've got a little thank you to say as well, haven't you?
Yes. So, as you said, I haven't been here for a little while, and as many of your viewers know, I must say a big thank you because I haven't been very well, and I had so many messages, so many emails, texts and everything wishing me well. So I'm getting there slowly, and I really want to say a big thank you. So this is my first show back. I feel like the new girl on the block again, but I'll settle into it. So yes, we've got a lovely new show, and I'm really excited.
Yes, so
really
am
excited.
I. Now we've got a mixture of different items. We've got, of course, new today's, but we're just going to give you a reminder of something you may have seen before, but it's been such a popular book. This is Tilly's own book, and we're already busy on this one. We've brought this, well, Tilly, you've brought this here a number of times. We've had sellout after sellout.
And it sells out. I know.
Stitched Memories by Tilly Rose, of course. Now, this is wonderful. I remember seeing one of the shows myself when I was working from home.
Right.
And I thought, you know, that is just so beautiful.
Oh,
you
thank you.
To hit your memories, the way that you store the memories within your stitching.
Yes, yeah.
Something that's going to be passed down. Absolutely beautiful. I've got to say the quality of the book as well is just outstanding.
Oh, thank you. Well, I work quite closely with Search Press, and that's who all the books on the show today I work with Search Press, and I had an idea of how I kind of wanted it to come across to anybody buying the book. In a lovely old-fashioned vintagey style, and bless them, they were very patient with me, and the photographs, they're beautiful. So I wanted a book that you could pick up and put down and read through, and not necessarily be. It's full of techniques and full of projects, but I wanted you to kind of just take a few minutes out and just think of all those beautiful memories. And it's really the whole ethos about my style of stitching is. In every project that we do, we tell a story.
Yes.
With whether you use new fabrics, old fabrics, a combination of the two. And as a textile artist myself, I throw lots of things into the equation. So all the found objects, little memorabilia, all the little things that we collect throughout the years. And it's how you put them into an actual project that then portrays that story, really. So
it's just a beautiful book.
Thank you.
Really is. And I've just found the page there showing how to antique or make fabrics look vintage with your tea, of course. Everything's in there. You're going to absolutely love it. If you've not seen this before, you will not be disappointed. We've had sellout after sellout. There you go. There's the front cover as well. Inspiration on the front cover. It's a great price, and we've got a freedom price on this one as well. £11.69. Item number 452903. So this, of course, is by Tilly Rose herself, and it's just, as you say, it's one of those books you can pick up and put down. You're just going to love looking at the pictures in there, as well as creating the projects. I get so many messages saying, "Oh, the book is by my bedside, and I just have a quick read when I get up in the morning, or last thing at night, or on my coffee table when I just need a little bit of inspiration." Which is why, really, I wanted loads and loads of photography in there, sort of giving you a bit of inspiration. So, yeah, it's been wonderful.
brilliant.
Well, that leads us nicely, actually, into a new book that's we're launching today. Now, this is a beautiful book as well. Diary in Stitches. Now, this is by Min Ki Kim, and I've got to say, I flicked through this before the show, and I fell in love with so many of these projects. I can see why you wanted to bring it here, but you tell everyone why you love this book so much.
The whole ethos of my show is for me to choose particular books, particular projects, and then obviously put all the little projects together, because I know that that's sometimes a stumbling block for a lot of our viewers. And you'll see a project and you think, actually, I don't know how to get started. And so I've worked quite closely with Search Press in choosing these books today. And this one here is, I'm going to be demonstrating later in the show how to do one of the projects, or based on one of her projects. But she's a textile designer and loves to use the elements of her cloth, the designs in the cloth, in actual designs. So today I'm focusing mainly on free motion embroidery and applique, which is a little bit different to some of my previous shows where I've been talking about hand stitching. But this beautiful, beautiful book, what I love about it is the fact that she offers all your designs. So if you're not an artist and you're a bit worried about how you're going to actually put that into a project, you can do your freehand embroidery on your machine using Minky's designs. And there's a link in there, you can download some extra designs.
Oh,
but also, because they're quite small designs as well, you can scale them right down. So you can make a little panel, put it on a cushion, you might want to put it on a card,
that'd be lovely.
a little gift, or you can scale them up and use them in a bigger project. So you might want to choose maybe 4 or 5 and put them into a quilt. You know, and they celebrate sort of different times of the year. She's put some bits and bobs. So I just think it's a really lovely, delicate book of an introduction.
I just love the diagrams here. As you said there, you could shrink these down. They're just beautiful. There is something very different about these designs. It's not like anything I've seen before. Very, very sweet. So usable. I think everybody would fall in love with these. Look at that little girl.
Well, look at, if you take just one design like this one, you could actually personalise that to one of your grandchildren or children and use a piece of fabric, maybe that from their dress or their pyjamas or something, and it becomes a keepsake as well. So you can use obviously new cloth, or you can, as I say, use your precious little pits that you've got at home. So
beautiful. I just love it. Well, this is brand new today, of course, and we've got a freedom price on this one. £18.69 is the freedom price. Item number 850413, Diary in Stitches by Minky Kim. Now, there is a project in here, and I think Tilly's already mentioned it. We'll just find it, actually.
So do you want me to tell you the page number?
You've got your page ready, haven't you? So, now, this is a project that inspired Tilly into making a version of her own, and we can actually offer you the kit to make Tilly's version as well. But you've got the choice, because with the book, the instructions are there.
So what I'm going to do today is I'm not going to go through from start to finish on how to do the actual project. I'm just going to focus on the free motion embroidery side of the design. So if you want to obviously do the patchwork, and we've got it at the side of you here.
We certainly have.
If you want to just take those scissors off, I just I've
added this is just beautiful. So inspired by the one in the book, this is your own version, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is my design, but if you obviously want to do exactly as she's got in the book, all the patterns are in the back of the book that you can use. And the fabrics that I've used here are the fabrics that we've got in our little bundle that I've worked quite closely with Jo from Mill Shop Online, and we've put together a little bundle. So you've got everything in there that you need to actually make your own cover, and you'll have extra fabric left over. So I've been quite generous in the sort of...
Lovely, so you could make a needle or a pincushion or something like that as well. Can we just see the picture of the book as well? So the original design, of course, all the instructions, if you prefer the design though, or you want to make both of them, you certainly can. But we're going to see more of Tilly's own version in a little while. But there is the original in the book, so of course all the instructions are there for you. Isn't that beautiful as well?
It's
very
gorgeous.
Different. I love them both, but yours, you've got kind of that vintagey feel. Love the fabric that's been chosen as well. And of course, now, I don't know if you noticed it, but I did take the scissors off. There are little buttons on the side, so you can keep your scissors safe there. Hung on the side, keep them to hand, which is a great idea.
When
this is hung over the sewing machine.
Yes.
Are you a button fanatic like me? I love buttons. I love them.
I am.
Wonderful. So we are going to see more of this a little bit later. Now, there's lots of new items, of course, on the show. So much inspiration as well. We're going to take you over to the website so you can have a good look. We've got, of course, all sorts on there, not just the books, and there are other books besides the one we've seen. Oh, the scissors are also available for you. From Mill Shop Online, of course. We've got fusible webbings, we've got backings, we've got all sorts of different items for you. you on the website, so do have a good look round. Do have a look at any reviews as well. Of course, Tilly's own book, you probably will find reviews for it on there because it's been here so many times and sold out every time. So if you haven't got that yet, I would definitely say well worth popping into your basket today. Now look at all the different marathon backings as well. We've got threads and all sorts. And we've also had an email come in from Hazel. Hazel's emailed in. Oh, yes, Hazel, it certainly is. How lovely is it to have Tilly back on our TV screens this morning?
Thank
Welcome
you, Hazel.
back to our screens.
Thank you.
And she's your number one fan.
Tillette.
Oh, Tillette. A Tillette.
Oh,
of course.
A group of ladies that yes, that on my Facebook where I do my little weekly go live. I
saw some of that yesterday. Yes.
Yes, I was shouting from the rooftop saying that I'm back on air and come and say hello. So hello, Hazel. Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Now then, we were just speaking about Tilly's version of the machine cover. So I've brought it back over. We've now popped it over the sewing machine, but you can get the whole kit to make this. So if you like Tilly's version and the fabric, everything's there. There's just one or two items you need to put in there yourself, isn't there, Tilly?
Yes, so I'm going to run through how you get started.
Okay.
But you've got them in front of you. So I've been working quite closely with Pete from Marathon Threads,
Lovely.
Who have brought the products to the show today. And I wanted a starter kit in there so that if you haven't sort of gone into that area of free motion embroidery, you know, it can be a bit scary.
Yeah.
It's so different to your normal basic sewing or dressmaking or, you know, home decor. And sometimes you read that you need all this equipment and it puts people off and you just think, oh, you know. So I've put together a starter kit. And in front of you, we've got the little roll with the elastic band round. So this is the stitch and tear stabiliser.
Lovely.
I'm going to show how you use that. And then also in the kit, I wanted to have a little kit. Although it might be a starter kit if you've not done it before, I wanted to include it. It's water-soluble stabiliser, and that's for anybody who sort of dabbles in real creative textile art with threads and scraps of patchwork. So I'm going to touch on that in a second when I get rolling, and I've got a little example here. And then also at the side you've got the fuser web.
Lovely.
So that's for actually attaching your design onto your fabric. That's from the mill shop. So the little kit covers all the sort of basics, and then you've also got your fuser web. And I forgot to say, in the starter kit you get the bobbin filled, so I'm going to cover what that means as well in a second.
Right. Now, so the starter kit, if you do want that, the details are just coming up on screen for you now. There you go. Item number 379646, new today. £3 is the saving you're going to make on this as well. £23.99. The starter kit is including some threads as well there. So you're going to get the soluble film, the embroidery backing, and the cops there. 3 of them, as you can see there in the diagram, in the visual on the screen at the moment. 379646. Just to make it clear what you're actually getting there. We do have the fuser web on a large roll actually. It's always very popular. The fuser web, which is one of the items I've got in front of me, I'll just give you another reminder in a second, is £9.99, and you've got 20 inches of width there and 2 metres in the length, so 083181. So this is the fuser web that you can see on the screen right now. Always very, very popular, but the starter kit is amazing. We have got, this is one of the thread cops that you'll get with them. You're going to get 3 of those with the starter kit itself. So there we go. And the kit itself for the sewing machine cover, Tilly,
yes.
You've got the gorgeous fabrics there.
Yeah.
You've got the lining as well.
Yeah, so what I've done, you've got the floral designs. You've got 3 pieces of florals that you can see. They're striped. Do you want to take them off then? We can perhaps show them, because we can dig in.
Let's have a little look.
So I've put in the kit. The linen is obviously...
This is beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous? It's a really beautiful weight of linen as well. So it's not your sort of gentle sewing, hand sewing, the sort of finer linen. It's more of a home decor heavier weight.
I can feel the weight of that.
Which gives that, you know, you sort of want something quite stable if it's going to obviously sit in place. So we've got the natural linen.
Okay.
The backing is, I've used the bonded interlining. Now the bonded interlining, again, this comes from the mill shop, and it's a fleece backed lining. So what that means is, quite often I use that in my designs, it's backed with a cotton fabric. So if you think to quilting, you have the 3 layers of the top, middle and the bottom layer. So you would need to put, the top layer would be what you're designing on, the middle is obviously your wadding, and then the backing is you'd complete the sandwich.
Lovely.
This only requires you two pieces of fabric, so you've got the top and then the backing, and your wadding is actually attached to the cotton, if that makes sense.
Yes, and it feels very substantial as well. And then of course you've got your decorative fabrics as well, which are also included in the kit.
Yes.
A saving of £5 on this as well today, just £24.99. Item number 256191. So you've got the Tea with Tilly sewing machine cover kit there, and just to clarify, printed fabrics, the linen and the bonded interlining all included in that price. So it is a great starter price that for us as well, with that saving of £5. But we do want to see how you put this together. So what we're going to see first.
Right, so I'm going to go right back to basics if you are just starting free motion. Now, if you do purchase any of the books on the show today, obviously the instructions are in the any of the books to tell you how to get started. But I just thought I'd show viewers a few tips and techniques. So we at the beginning of the show, I forgot to say about sending an email in or questions. If you've got any questions about, I'd really like to make this show a kind of an interactive show. So if you're not sure, like we've just discussed the products there, you know, sometimes people are a bit scared in using the products if you've not sort of ventured before. So if you've got any queries, please email in. I'd love to answer them.
Please do. studio@hochanda.com. Just let us know anything you want to ask or anything you want to say to Tilly, of course. Do email in. We will get through as many emails or questions as we can. We can't guarantee all of them. It depends how many come through, and quite often we get quite a lot.
We get quite a lot.
But we will do our very, very best.
Yes. Okay, so to start with, I've put on the show an embroidery hoop. Now, if you're a beginner to any form of sort of freestyle embroidery on your machine, the difference with free motion embroidery, have you done some free motion on your machine?
I've done a little bit.
Okay.
I've quite some time ago, actually. I've not done any recently.
So you'll know that it's quite different in terms of that your sewing machine, you need to be able to have the option on your machine to drop your feed dogs. Your feed dogs are actually these little grippers that are under your needle.
Yes.
Normally when you do any basic sewing, they grip the fabric and they make sure that you're not going to wander all over the place. With free motion embroidery, you want to be able to wander all over the place. So you need to drop those or cover them, okay? And for most machines, if your machine doesn't have that option, you can buy a little cover and cover those up, okay? So you can see on here I've already dropped mine, and then you'll need a free motion embroidery foot needle, which will relate to your individual machine. Okay, so but really they're the two basics. And then to get started, now in the starter kit that you've just mentioned about the bobbin fill, that's what I've got in my machine here now. Bobbin fill is a slightly finer thread than normal sewing thread, and what it does is it actually then captures whatever thread you're using on top. It will pull that thread right down so that all you see is the beautiful thread that you're using on the top. You're not going to get that sort of link. So I've already put mine, you just put it on a bobbin as normal.
Just as normal.
And what I would suggest, a little tip here, I keep it in a little, I don't know if I hold that to you, it's probably easier than showing it to camera, just to keep them separate, because you will get them muddled and then think which one's which.
Actually. It's a little,
especially if you're... It is for doing your toenails.
Yes. That's a really clever idea.
So if you're going to workshops or anything like that, you know, you don't want that sort of them all pulling out in bits and bobs. So keep your bobbin fill there. Okay, so I've got my machine threaded up as normal now.
Okay.
Doing all that. And the first thing is using an embroidery hoop. Now, the embroidery hoop, I've got one here. I'm just going to actually undo mine just so that I can show it to camera. I wanted to show what your work would look like. You're going to be working on, obviously, your fabric.
Yes.
If you're a starter to any kind of this style, calico is a brilliant fabric to have in your stash. So I know we've got that on the show now. You can't ever have too much calico, in my opinion.
So stock up now while you can.
Yes. So calico, and then on the back is your stitch tearaway stabiliser.
And we've got some of that in the starter kit, haven't we?
Yes, we have. So that's the little roll that you were holding to camera. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just going to give a reminder actually the starter kit, because we have got the tearaway, we've got the soluble in there, and of course you've got the bobbin fill. You've got 3 of these. I'm giving an update now because this is going quickly. A quarter of the stock is now gone. Details back on the screen. So do look out for this. Go for those as well if you want those, because not just for starters, you're going to use those. The bobbin fill you're going to use all the time, aren't you? But you've got lovely products there that are going to be essential at certain times.
Okay, so what I've done with my my embroidery hoop, I'm just going to take this off so I can show viewers what you need to do with your embroidery hoop. Okay. So it will arrive, obviously you've got, anybody who's not used one before, you've got the screw top at the top here, which releases the tension, okay, and then you can put any thickness of fabric in there.
I see.
Okay. But what you will need to do before you get started, if I just pop that over to one side, is you can see I've got one prepped here already. Now I've just used a scrap bit of cloth and wrapped it around, and it's a really good tip for machine embroidery but also for hand embroidery. And what you do is you place your outer hoop with the screw at the bottom of your work. Okay. You then place your stitch tearaway onto the hoop, and then whatever it is that you're going to be working on. Okay. And then the inner. Now, if you were doing hand embroidery, you'd do it the other way round.
Yes, of course you would.
Because you've got to go under your needle.
I see.
Okay. So this helps. The little cloth around here helps for your embroidery hoop to actually grip the fabric. So you need to unscrew your little hoop there, pop it in, okay, and then tighten it up.
Lovely.
Okay, and then just to make sure, so it needs to be as tight as a drum.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you a few tips here. Pull them in from the side, turn it round, and pull it in again from the side. And what that will do is just really tighten up that work.
Lovely, so
now,
no creases at all.
No creases. And what it does, it also then, on the back, you can see it makes sure that your stitch tearaway is tight with your fabric, okay? And then you're ready to go.
Perfect.
What I've done on here, I'm going to be using this in a minute, but I want to go onto the sewing machine because I'm aware of time, so I'll come back to this. You don't have to. So if you're a beginner, that's usually how most people start. And I've chosen this hoop because it's got to fit into the size of your sewing machine. Okay, so if you've got a massive hoop, you haven't got that manoeuvrability.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. So I'm going to jump onto the next bit without the hoop.
Okay,
just
lovely.
Because I want to get stitching.
But that was so worth showing, actually, and I can totally see now. Yes, I never even realised at the beginning that, yes, you're right, the other way around if you're doing embroidery by hand. With
it would be, you would work it on the other way.
Put the hoops together.
Yes.
Actually, if you want the hoop, we have got them on the website with details on the screen there for you. It's a 22cm hoop. And a freedom price as well. Yay! £13.49. There you go, 562876. So that's the hoop that Tilly's used here, and it's from the Mill Shop online. It's a prim embroidery hoop, so you know it's going to be a really good quality one. Great price there, £14.99, but of course, Freedom members, you're saving a little bit more.